Hey everybody, welcome back to our 12th episode of Crit and Fumble. Woo! Yay! Super excited to play with a bunch of fairies tonight.
Yeah.
See, when you say it like that, it sounds so hateful. Why did you emphasize the F so hard?
Fairies.
Oh my God.
If you didn't watch our last episode, you probably should, or listen to, on YouTube or in our podcast, of course. And if you did, you would know that the characters are all starting as fairies. This session, which is fantastic. We should do a little recap, but I think first... Whoa, this music, it seems like really intense for...
Jaunty.
There we go. Little more mellow.
That's fairyish.
I was actually thinking about something today, and I made a note to bring it up.
Okay.
I was reminiscing about when we first started the D&D group. We were like, I asked Neil and Tash, and then Neil was like, oh, my buddy Dwayne, we used to run with you a fair bit. And then Bree joined later. But I was just, I don't know, we started in Dwayne's basement, and we played, when we were first recording it.
TV table.
Yeah, we had the TV
like a
table.
Stranger Things kind of vibe to it.
It was great. And it was the middle of winter. Dwayne had his wood
Except for
stove
we were
going
45 and not 12.
Oh, yeah, Neil was like sweating buckets.
I sat by the wood fireplace because I always got there last or something. So I sat in front of like this far from the wood fireplace and just like melted.
I would have died there.
Oh, man.
And then I started recording the sessions on my phone. I'd just like put it in the center of the table. And it's because I was learning to DM. I wanted to record it, and then I would just listen back. And then Tash brought in his Zoom thing, the Zoom recorder for better audio to pick it up. And then him and I started listening to
slow escalation.
And then it was like this slow. And then everybody was like, oh, send me the session. I kind of want to like listen to it. And we're like, if we actually recorded this, like we can make it
We can get rich and famous.
Yeah, well, obviously.
And we are now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I have a question, a follow-up question.
Yes.
Do those recordings exist somewhere?
They must. I almost guaranteed I say
In
I
the
should
vault.
Find them. Yeah.
That's a Patreon bundle. You have to
Totally.
unlock.
Yeah.
Google probably owns
The
them in some way.
pre-podcast, pre-everything recording of on my phone. It would be like the shittiest, tinniest like sound.
Oh, yeah, you could hear my kids running up and down.
All right.
And then
Your
dog barking.
What's your dog's name again?
Bella.
Bella would come in and sniff around.
Yeah, that's right.
Look for some love.
Food, looking for food.
And love.
Underneath the table.
We have always
We're
had
all
good
looking
food.
for food and love.
That's true.
That's true.
Just like a dog.
The reason I was reminiscing about this, though, is I had someone that was talking about D&D, and they're like, oh, I'd love to like play in your game, or you could DM for us and stuff. And I get this a lot, and I'm sure you guys do as well. And I was just thinking about it. I'm like, back when we had started, like we didn't know anybody. We're kind of like, we just put it out and formed a group. And I think it was just like a reminder. It was me thinking like, hey, I should tell people and encourage them, like, if you want to play D&D, like, I guarantee you've got friends or extended friends that want to play. Go talk to them, put it out there, start like, and just like, it doesn't have to be perfect. Fuck, you should have seen when we started. It was I was such a bad DM.
We did have like one person in our group that was relatively experienced, but other than that, we were all total noobs.
Yeah, we were total noobs, and it was so fun. We had a blast. So anyway,
and I didn't even have friends until I flipped a TV into the coffee table.
Right, and then we all came.
And then so I was like, fucking check that out.
Now we absolutely know what we're doing.
Totally.
So good. We're so good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Never
I think
screw
like,
up things.
For people who are like thinking about getting into D&D and like are intimidated about it, I think that's like a good piece of advice that like it is all just make believe.
Yeah, we're just there having a laugh.
Like,
you know, it's like doesn't have to be serious.
I think it's easy to get kind of hung up on all the technicality of things in the beginning. Like it would almost be a better idea to push, maybe not a better idea, but an idea to push people to like simpler systems at first to
I think like
get
also,
a good grasp on like just the role playing aspect.
When you see those books, like I remember before I was in, like I've been playing D&D now for maybe like 6 or 7 years.
Big ass book.
But when you see all those books, you're like, oh my God, I'm never going to be able to read all that. Like, I remember that was a huge barrier for me. We're like, I have to read all that, know that. You see me here every week. I never bring my player's handbook. I never crack that thing open. It's all up here, baby.
Yeah. Over time, it like.
Have you seen the book for, what was that when we were going to play? Starfighter?
Starcraft.
Oh God.
Stargate?
Starfinder.
Star Wars.
Starfinder. Because it's based off Pathfinder. Yeah.
Oh,
that
God.
one's stupid.
My
That's
player's handbook's
like a phone book.
This gives you anxiety, doesn't it?
Why? Oh, your book ripped?
Oh, I've used it so much.
No way.
It's absolutely
Oh my
falling
God.
apart.
Mine's like
I don't know,
brand
that's
new.
all right. I feel like that's okay.
It's just from use.
Yeah.
But you know what? The other thing they could do
That's
is they could
abuse,
just
actually.
go buy one of the box sets.
Yeah,
all of the rules are in
with
it.
the Fandelver one. It's like a super simple
Also,
one.
for
all the
what
box
one of
sets
those
up.
books costs, you can unlock pretty much everything on D&D Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true too, which is really helpful.
Yeah.
I do both
I do
because
like
I
the
like
hard
having my
copy,
notes
though.
here. It's easier with a laptop. But at home, when I'm like when I was studying for tonight's game, I'd rather sit on the couch and like use a physical book just because I find it more relaxing. But then
Totally.
in game, I have it all here because it's easier to link and search stuff.
As I was rolling my new character this afternoon.
Oh, you're
Or not
using
new character, but Benedis 2.0.
Yes.
Calling him. Yeah, I had like 5 D&D Beyond windows open and my book, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a good combination. Anyway, get out there, play some Dungeons and Dragons, have some fun with your friends. It's a great game. It's so fun. You can make it as serious or as fucking stupid as you want it to be. Who cares? It's all
Sometimes
about
we
having
do
a
both.
laugh.
Yeah.
We do all of them. Anyway, maybe should we do some intro music? We'll end off there,
Yeah.
and then we'll
God,
be
that
right
was a
back. We'll do
long
like
pre-ramble. Very serious.
That was
Very
so
serious.
rambly.
Very serious.
We went off on a
serious
tangent there
people.
for, yeah.
I mean-
I'm gonna have to fast forward all that.
we're super serious. Okay, I'm gonna play some intro music. Neil's gonna get up and get some snacks, and we'll be right back.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Hold on.
No,
Pause.
it's going.
Wait.
I was,
I'm allowed to do that.
I was just going to say that
See, you got up.
we're going to do
we
a
didn't
new
even start
thing.
the music yet.
We're going to do a new thing over this part
Oh.
so that people don't have to watch Neil get up and go for snacks and listen to us talk about,
Oh, is this like the test
Other
pattern
things.
that we're gonna put in?
yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Sweet.
Oh, he's back.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wilds call, a timeless brawl. Now we roll for initiative. Good and evil fighting for the win. Crit and fumble, critical hit or just a fucking fumble. Cast thine eye on the rolling die. Legends rise on its battle cry. Time to rumble, crit and fumble, critical hit or just another fumble. War is waged on the table stage. Untold sagas of an ancient age. Crit and fumble.
Whew, I had to eat that chip really fast.
That's what you call
Oh,
that,
are we playing?
eh? Ah.
Yes, we're playing Dungeons and Dragons.
Attack.
I feel like
Your chest.
when we do our character intros today, we need to talk about our new classes and also maybe describe what our new characters look like, because our characters have new bodies, so they look different. So I feel like we
Right.
should describe that a little bit.
Yeah, let's do like a super quick recap. I mean, if you just listen to this episode, you want to listen to that anyway. But ultimately, the characters were outside of Loomlurch, had this epic battle showdown with Skabatha, Nightshade, lost. Everybody fucking died. But the kids did escape, and so did Lamorna and Longadong. You asshole! You ruined that name for me.
Ding dong, dingle dong.
And but then these like tulips, these big white tulips grew out of the ground, and fairies emerged from it, and that was the characters being reborn.
That was the DM saving the game,
nope.
so we could keep playing.
I printed those off knowing like there was a very good chance 1 or 2 of you might do it, and I'm like, should I print 4 of these? I'm like, fine, I'll print 4. Man, am I glad that I did. But I totally thought like 2 of you were gonna be reborn as fairies. Anyways,
I fucking That's So Ravened it like a couple minutes or a couple hours before the session. I had said in the chat because Gavin had been like, "Oh, I have to run to print some stuff out," and I was like, "Haha, it's our new character sheets for when we TPK."
Totally.
I'm a fucking psychic.
What do you
man?
mean you
on
That's So Raven did? I don't know that reference.
It's because I'm
I'm too
so
old.
young. You guys don't remember that? So
I remember the
Raven?
Cosby Show.
Oh my god.
wow.
It's
We should
so
move on.
hard being so young and so hip and so with it, you know?
I know it tires
guess
me
so.
out too.
I'll Google it.
I lost my train of thought. Anyways, everybody's fairy. So we're during our character intros. They are the same people though. So in their heads, like Kix is still Kix and Ilya is still Ilya, but like their bodies are different. And I'm curious to hear what the Fae made of you, because I mean, you could have come back as like a monk again or a rogue or whatever, but I feel like the Fae like has its own rules and twists people and like forms them into something that the Fae Feywild thinks it needs. You know what I mean? So anyway, we're gonna do some character intros. We're gonna start with Dwayne over to my left.
God.
I know, I'm mixing it up. It's crazy. I'm gonna shut up. Go ahead. Tell us about Fairy Kix.
Fairy Kix. Well, he's no longer Fairy Kix.
What?
The Fae has turned him into Yerbolzov.
He's a Russian fairy.
Rips Yerbolzov.
Oh my god. Oh my
I didn't know we were supposed to come up with new names too.
Oh no,
You're not.
we
No,
were.
you're not.
He's level 6. He gets a new name at level 6.
That's a level up.
Oh right, your characters always get new names when they level up. I forgot.
He still kicks.
Yeah,
but
His
he's-
name is Rips.
Rips.
So,
Yeah,
so we
Rips.
need to call him Rips.
His name's Rips.
Okay.
Okay.
I look forward to how he introduces that to the group.
Let it rip.
Ew.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, he's a level 6 barbarian.
Oh,
Right.
He is trying to make his daddy proud.
Ah,
Right.
daddy
So he's got
issues.
some daddy issues coming up here
Yeah.
after the staggering loss from the last hag, watching his sister like get snuffed out like a cigarette butt into the dirt. He's kind of like, I think what ended up happening is he came back as Kix and was like, and then just decided Kix is out. So he's become Yerbolzov.
I feel like Kix
Rips.
back when you guys were with your family, your dad like pulled you aside and be like, I know you're going off on this life. That's great. Whatever you do, don't fucking let anything happen to your sister.
Yeah, right. And so and then
It's like-
so now he's like taking a ton of psychic
Yeah,
damage,
yeah.
and he's come back as this guy.
Nice.
Rips Yerbolzov.
Rips your balls off. What does he look like?
He is a barbarian. He looks like Kix. He's got longer horns out front. He's no longer red, but he's got blue hair, which kind of matches. Like when we said that they were kind of more like twins, they are now more like twins.
And his mustache is also blue.
Oh yeah, he's got a handlebar mustache.
Oh, that's
Nice.
really dope.
But from your Hero Forge model, they don't match. I thought that was interesting.
I think he dyes it.
Oh yeah, he dyes the mustache only.
There's a
While
little bit
he
of
was in the
blueberries.
tulip.
A little bit of Feywild blueberries.
Like the tulip stamen rubbed off on his face is probably what it was. It's just dust,
Yes.
which
It's
is
very-
basically like flower sperm.
He's got mustache dust.
Okay.
I'm done. I'm
Mustache.
done. I'm
Okay.
so done.
Ooh,
I'm
good.
so done.
Rips your balls off.
Jesus Christ.
See, we take this game super
This
serious.
is a really serious game. All right. Ilya's still Ilya. No name change. She's still Ilya Novak. She is no longer an arcane trickster rogue. However, she's now a shadow sorcerer. So Ilya, during the time that she was in the tulip, so first of all, Ilya is like, she is very confident in herself. And I think that loss, I don't think there's ever been a time in Ilya's life where she has conceived that she could possibly die. I don't think it's ever crossed her mind that she can lose or die. Like, I just don't think that exists in her world. So that was like a real blow to her personally to be put down like that. And so I think like the magic that she has in her that she inherited from her mother, during the time that she was like dead in the ground, that magic took over her like fae body, and it also like darkened. Like, and that's why she's become a shadow sorcerer, because just like the feelings of that loss and being touched by death and just all that, like all those feelings that she had just kind of manifested into this new dark magic. Does that make sense?
Totally.
Does.
I feel like your dad had the same conversation with you as you did with Kix, but he pulled you aside, and he's like, "This is great,
No matter
but don't
what."
fucking let anything happen to your brother."
100%. And Ilya, yeah, she's now a little fairy. She's got kind of this like bronzy colored skin and like dark green hair. She's very like androgynous looking now. She's got like this kind of like boyish figure. She's got like pitch black eyes, like almost like scary, like these like kind of like soulless looking black eyes. And like, she's like a scary looking fairy. She's got like little sharp teeth and these like big kind of iridescent wings, and
Cool.
yeah, she's very kind of like earthy and primal looking. She's not like your fairy tale book fairy. She's like your scary folklore fairy. Yeah.
Fun.
That's all.
Let's hear about Jerry.
I feel like I dated someone like that once. Anyway.
That's for a different podcast. We don't have time for that right now, Neil.
Jerry. So Jerry is so the way I thought it is Jerry was an alchemist, artificer alchemist, and Jerry was really in touch with nature and getting plants, and he liked bugs and animals. So when he died and came back as a fairy, I feel like Feywild, is that where we're at?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of reincarnated him through this flower or whatever into a druid. That made sense to me,
Totally.
right?
Yeah, you're
It's like
like
his
now
true
one with nature.
essence.
Yeah.
Right.
He's
right
been
back to
distilled.
the pureness of Jerry.
Yeah.
So
He was already into that realm a little bit, right? With all
Yeah.
this plant collecting and stuff. So
totally. This was like
That
this was like a baby step.
That feels like almost like a beautiful experience for Jerry.
I think so. Except for Jerry is actually very vain, as you probably noticed, and came out as this rather conventionally attractive fairy, which was traumatizing for Jerry. So Jerry took the time when
Rips your balls.
Rips finished with
Rips.
the blueberries that he was dyeing his mustache with. Jerry took the blueberries, mashed them all up with his mortar and pestle, and
How did he do it?
Sorry, I missed it. Show me again.
and then
That's the YouTube cover right there.
we'll replay that one in slow mo. Probably won't.
and dabbed it all around his body so that they would look like little blue warts,
Oh, so he
And-
gave him like himself makeup warts.
makeup warts.
Nice.
And so there you have Jerry the druid fairy with makeup warts.
Amazing.
Love it.
Nice.
Good stuff. Yeah. I think the druid's fitting.
Yeah, I kind of imagine similar to what Bree was saying that while the former characters were like incubating in these flowers, I think Benedis was like very focused on that fight and what went wrong with it, and was just filled with a lot of anger and rage. So he came out as a Rune Knight fighter, and he looks quite different. He's like almost like a dwarf with beetle wings, but smaller. But that's like super stocky. He still has that same like black hole of a mustache that he had. He's got his little horn, and yeah, he's big and tough and angry and ready for a fight.
I mean, fairies are the fairies in the class that we have are. I mean, when you think fairies, you think like pixies, the little tiny things, but they're relatively big. They're like the size of like gnomes, essentially,
Yeah.
right?
I wrote that I wrote that I'm 3'9".
Yeah, which is basically a gnome. You're a flying gnome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just clearing that up for some people, because I was actually chatting with my wife about what had happened. She's like, "Wait, they're all fairies? Like they're just gonna like zip around and like how are they gonna fight
Right.
anything?" I'm like, "No, they're
They're
like,
not like
of a
dragonflies.
reasonable size." Yeah.
Yeah.
So fairies aren't the same thing as pixies.
No,
No.
different.
Pixies are tiny.
Pixies are like your classic tiny, like you're fucking Tinkerbell, like you're flying around.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fairies different. Anyways, yeah, that's where we're gonna pick up. You guys had traveled with Will of the Feywild. He was kind enough to bring you through the fog of thither to Yon. And I think we ended off there. I'll probably reread it just to bring myself back into Yon. Then I think we'll pick it up from there. The first thing I'm going to do is switch the music, because Yon is a lot darker. It's just like this foreboding, miserable, dreary place.
Like Walmart.
Yes.
Oh, there goes that sponsorship.
Son of a- you stand on a path that wends between rocky crags on a mountainside. The sky is dark and full of rolling thunderclouds. You are greeted by howling winds, and for a second, lightning splits the sky, striking nearby mountaintops and illuminating a distant pinnacle of rock that has a foreboding castle carved out of it. You are officially in Yon, all of you. Will has taken off. Nothing is around you other than just this cold rock face that you find yourself standing on. What did the group do?
Well, this is just really strange being here with you all like this.
Oh, I got off my glasses. Keep talking. I'll be right back.
What do you mean?
This is all so many levels of strange.
What do you mean, Jerry? Do you mean like here in the
But which parts?
Feywild, or do you mean like here on this rock face?
The fact that we were dead like 1 hour ago.
Here in these brand new bodies.
Yeah,
that we
this is
have?
not weird.
Like what? It's all strange, Jerry. What do you mean specifically?
Yes, Jerry, what are you talking about?
What do you? What does your voice sound
Kix,
like that?
you sound different.
Very different now.
Can I make an insight
Is
check
this-
to see if Kix's voice has changed because he's become a fairy,
Do we
or
know?
if he's just doing this?
Maybe this is
Trying to
not
sound
Kix.
badass.
I want to know if he's just like he made up his own new voice. Can I do an insight
make an
check?
insight, but Dwayne will have to decide on the outcome.
Maybe he's just hit puberty.
What is my insight? Oh, just a 9.
Well, yeah. So he's just that's his voice.
How do we know if
The
you?
Feywild changed him. I mean, he turned him into a fairy. It stands to reason it changed his voice.
Yeah, you're
What the
about.
hell? Why didn't I get a new voice? This is bullshit.
Well, because I don't know why.
Well, if
maybe-
you're going to have a new voice, I'm also going to have a new voice. This is my voice now.
Oh, that's a
I'm-
very beautiful voice you have there.
Thank you,
Yeah.
brother. This is now my voice.
Oh, good for you. Yeah, that's good. Oh, I changed my name too.
Did you? What it is?
It's Rips.
If you two
now.
are done playing,
We're not done. We're
teacher
talking
over
with my
there.
sister. You let her talk. Don't step on her words, please.
Don't step on her word.
Yes, let her talk. I know. It's
Just keep working on.
I'm trying.
on that
I'm doing my.
accent
I'm
there,
doing.
but
Your bottle's off.
Jerry, I like your spots.
Thanks. Yeah, they're real.
Real what, Jerry?
Can I roll insight to see if they're actually real? Natural 20.
Whoa, they are not real.
You're like, finger like,
Damn.
So yes, like Jerry said, this is weird, but we must continue, I guess.
Yeah. So here's my question for you guys. What are we doing?
We're trying to get back your doll.
We want the
I
doll.
don't care. I want to go home.
Okay, but
Well, Daddy wants the doll.
can that please be a T-shirt?
Daddy wants the doll.
That's going to be the first.
I feel low-key traumatized right now.
I feel triggered somehow.
so much happening in my brain.
As Rip says that, Ilya and Rips would get the sudden sensation that the doll you seek is in the realm that you're in.
Oh, do you feel that?
This is why I can't sit next to Dwayne.
Look, I just want for all the people listening and viewing at home, nobody here has done mushrooms or anything.
Yeah.
You mean
are-
tonight?
It's just
I was like,
traumatizing.
that's a lot.
It's already sitting next to Dwayne is already unexpected. So I hadn't emotionally prepared for this tonight.
For the rips?
So for any of it. All right. Yes, I feel it. I think our doll is here.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I don't think we should give up. If you look at why we came back here to get all these things, Jerry's sense of matching his boots with his pants, my ability to write a note, none of this really matters, but we came here nonetheless, and we have gone through so much shit that I think we just need to finish it.
my real question is, what are we going to do after that? How are we going to get out of here? We've already
Oh,
died.
don't we have to? I don't remember. Someone gave us some rules or something about how we get back.
Yeah. We have to go around the mushroom.
Wasn't there 3 things we have to do? Something.
We have to freeze, isn't it? We have to freeze Zamilna.
And does the old person that runs this place, the queen or whatever she is?
Yeah, we were told Zabilna, the queen, right? We were told that we had to.
Didn't the
Let
queen
me
just
check my
die?
notes.
Oh, that's the real
We
one.
had to
wrong
fi-
plane.
Wow.
Wrong plane. Yeah.
Too soon.
No, it's not.
We had to free the unicorn, which we did.
Did check.
Now we have to. Isn't Zabilna's the queen? She's what? She's frozen in time. Is that right?
Yeah, you've heard that somewhere along your
And
travels between thither and.
Someone told us that we won't be able to leave here until she's awoken.
Okay.
And she's in this realm.
Well, maybe your doll will awaken her.
It is a really cute doll.
Maybe sometime we can talk about your doll. There seems to be a lot of heaviness whenever it comes up between you two, and there's these weird eye looks, and there's the whole thing's like woo, the mood's like woo a little bit, you know.
It's just a dolly that our dad gave us before he left forever and never came back. It's not like a big deal.
Okay, stop
Just,
it.
You know,
I don't like the way that's making me feel.
it's not.
There
It's
is a
not
touchy one, not
sad.
one.
It's
Yeah.
normal. Lots of people don't have dads, and that's
Or dolls. For
Some
that
people
matter,
have many
yeah.
dads.
well. Some people have two moms, like me and Kix do. So think about that. How many moms do you have?
I don't have a mom or a dad.
Well, I feel that makes me.
Where did you come from? Man?
That makes a lot of sense.
Like
Jack.
you never knew? Oh, you're a foster child? Like your parents died at a young age, or
I don't really know, actually.
oh, maybe when we get back to the other place, we can do some family tree research with
Maybe you could just be my family.
like just me.
Yeah.
I can. Wow, this is a big question right now. I'm still
wanna be
trying to get used to this new body.
Do you want to be a triplet
if-
with us?
Okay. Is that something we can just do?
I mean, I don't know. We have to find out if your mom had sex with our dad.
Wait, you were all born together at the same time. Technically, you're quadruplets.
Quadruplet.
Quadruplets, thank you.
Wait a sec. What?
Because you were all just born
We are
from
all
tulips at
reborn.
the same
Jerry
time.
is like just beaming with happiness. Like, he's looking around at like his 3 siblings. Like,
We're not related.
but we just were born at the same time.
Yeah, but two people can be born at the same time, and there's no shared blood. They don't mean anything to
Wait, we all
anybody.
have the same mom
I'm
and
not
dad.
ready for this level of commitment.
Our mom and dad
I
is
was
the
hoping
Feywild.
when this adventure's over, everybody goes our own way. We say goodbye. Maybe we run into each other sometime, but
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to be my brother.
I don't. I mean,
Little goblin tear starts to, it like just like a big bulbous one starts to form right in the corner of Jerry's eye, and his bottom lip starts to just quiver.
I would
Aw, come
I would
on,
give
Benedis,
I
you
would
made
give you
Jerry
a hug, but I
cry.
feel like I might smudge off your lovely blue spots, and that might make your feelings more hurt. So we should probably go to find this other egg.
You know what really sucks? Is that I
Yeah.
had a deal with Charm and her sisters to help us deal with Endolin, and she gave me a stone to contact her. But ever since we died, I don't have any of that stuff. We lost everything.
We have no equipment because I gave myself equipment.
Oh, you would be reborn with your new.
Yeah, but our old equipment that we had, like all that good shit,
I have these really cool dice made of bones.
those are cool.
I don't know how to play any dice game, but I'm sure Gavin can teach us some.
Yes.
Well,
So
This,
we should just go because we're just standing here.
yeah.
well, I think there's an adjustment period to the fact that we just die and we come back in these new bodies. It's still a bit weird to hear your voice and see your face with the blue dots and not the old bumpy dots. And
Do you know what I'm finding
And-
helpful through this whole process? I'm just not thinking about it. Sometimes I start to think about the fact that we died and we lost our old bodies and we'll never be the same again. And it starts to feel really overwhelming. So I just don't think about it. You can just stop thinking about it and then it's fine. You don't have to think about it.
Think about what?
that's a pretty
Exactly.
Crazy, that's a
You
pretty
know?
crazy idea.
Yeah. New bodies. Who cares? You know?
Can you guys fly?
Oh, yeah.
I haven't tried yet.
Ilya jumps off
mean,
the cliff.
I could fly. I've always flied, no problem. But
Yeah, you'd be fine. I mean, you could give yourself like a wisdom check.
Wisdom check. Oh, not that. Uh-oh. 6.
Ooh, ouch! I feel like you scrape yourself up pretty bad, like banging against like some of the rock cliff. Maybe taking we'll say a point of damage just for fun before you actually figure out how to fly at that height. However, as you are flying around, something does happen that's alarming. As you come back up over the top of the cliff, your friends see you are okay, but as you're flying around, I mean, you're in essentially what is like what looks to be a never-ending storm. Like it's still a little bit drizzly, it's rainy, but as you get closer up to the clouds, you're not going very high. This like little bit of like this kind of like shattery lightning just starts like, and then you come down closer to the ground and it seems to dissipate. But it's like as you were flying higher and higher and higher, it just seemed to like start to build towards you.
Like lightning?
Yes.
Oh, you guys see that?
That was very disturbing. Maybe disturbing.
Yeah, but also a little,
Foreboding.
a bit exciting.
Do you want me to go look?
Let's all go. No. I think probably. I want to look around. I want to try and suss out, because it's very like dark and like weird and shadowy here, right? Like unlike anywhere else we've seen in the Feywild.
Yeah, it's not even like fields or forests. It's like imagine like you're just on a massive rock mountainy cliff where like, you know, it just goes on
it's like
forever.
Lifeless here.
Yeah.
Kind
I
of like
wanna-
that when the Lion King, when he holds the baby thing out on that rock outcrop.
Totally, and it just like there's no foliage, nothing.
I want to
like black rocks everywhere.
look around and suss out. I don't know if it's like an Arcana check or what, to see if it feels to me like this is a magical effect. Like, is this the natural state of this place, or has something happened here?
Interesting. Give me a let's do an Arcana check for sure. As you fly up, risking yourself, because in order to gain that information, if you're wanting to, you're gonna have to fly back up, and that shatter lightning starts to just like build in around you. It's almost like you're generating static electricity, and it's reacting with that. But you fly up. Give me the Arcana check.
Come on, man. 14.
With a 14, you don't get much, but you would have a moment where you remember talking to someone when you had entered I think it was Thither, and they said Prismeer is not the way it used to be. Prismeer was one big realm. It wasn't 3 realms. There was no Hither, Thither, and Yon. It was just run by Zybilna. The hags had split it evenly because the 3 sisters can never agree on anything. They split it and turned each realm into what they think is what Prismeer should be. So you would know without a doubt that the Yon that you're in, parts of it are true to how you see it, but it has definitely been not magically modified, but like the hag has bred her own chaos within it. As you're having this thought, though, your friends would see this shatter lightning build up, and it's just like this rolling, like, and I need you to make me a dexterity save, as some of this lightning does actually react with your huge little fairy wings fluttering. I will say that this will hurt if you fail this.
18.
All right, I'll put my you manage to dodge out of the way just as some of this lightning shatters down towards you, misses you, but it does illuminate the sky enough for you guys to see that it connects with what looks to be a very large like iron rod sticking out of the ground, like 200 feet high, not near you. It's off in the distance, but it like comes to you and then just like skips over and like shoots across the sky, hits this thing, and it just like illuminates and then just like over to where you saw that foreboding castle, as it said at the beginning. And that lightning just seems to be channeled there, and it disappears.
Whoa, trippy.
I kind of think we should go there.
Like scary castle or to the
Like follow
lightning
the
rod?
lightning.
Go to the castle.
Just walk right up.
I feel like we should walk, not fly.
We could fly low.
Also, I don't think I can fly right now.
Why?
Why?
Well, we need to fly.
Benedict tries to show everyone and like tries to fly, but he's wearing mechanically he's wearing chainmail, and if you're a fairy and wearing heavy armor, you can't fly. So he's just like his toes just like scrape across the ground. He's like,
This is really funny that we went from like Benedict being the only one that could
Can
fly
fly
to
to
now being the
everybody's.
one that can't.
It's fitting.
so maybe at least I will walk but it seems like this space does not want people
I will walk with my brother.
fly.
Yeah, I'll walk. You know, I don't want to use up my wings on the first day.
Walking's good.
Yeah,
We can walk.
sure.
We're gonna walk.
Okay. You guys head deeper into Yon. The lightning continues, the rolling thunder, the wind, and the rain. And you cross over endless rocky outcrops and cliffs. And you come across something. You see two figures standing on an outcrop, one of these rocks, and outlined against this stormy sky. It just continues. One is a slender-looking female elf wearing a crescent moon mask, and the other is a 3-foot-tall dandelion with a small rapier sword strapped to its stern. A honeybee the size of an orange buzzes around the dandelion's bright yellow head. The elf is the first to notice you. As she points in your direction, the dandelion draws its rapier and assumes a defensive pose. The honeybee buzzes more loudly as it flies circles around the two of them.
Hi, I'm Jerry.
You're obviously trying to be friendly. Make me a charisma check. 10. Surprisingly good enough. Just. The dandelion sheaths his rapier, hops off the rock, and carefully walks towards the group of you, this honeybee buzzing around him. And he's like, "Where are my manners? Amador of Yon." And he bends down, and the honeybee flies around. "It was our mistake. You had startled us. I'm not used to guests being within Yon, especially of the fairy type, but I must say, the group of you are exquisite."
I rip your balls off.
Don't mind him. That's his actual name. He's not being mean.
Ilya will
I
sweep
see.
into like a really
exotic. May I? And he's reaching for your mustache.
Yes.
He like strokes it. He's like, "Exquisite,
Right?
lovely."
Can I touch your bee?
Well, you would have to ask her. Her name's Pollinella.
Hi, Paulinella. Can I touch you?
Make a charisma check.
Ilya will like delicately offer her hand.
Oh, he
and-
like immediately takes a knee and holds it, and he's like, "Oh, Shantae."
I am the Ilya, the croaking sage of hither.
Oh, I've never in my life, and kisses your hand, hands it back to you. And the pleasure is mine. Thank you.
Please.
Did I introduce myself, Amador?
Yeah,
of
you
Yon?
did.
Oh, sorry. I feel like I've been taken somewhere else for a moment there. What was your role?
Jerry holds his hand out for the bee to land on it. It's
Nice. It does. Oh, it would seem Pollinella has taken a bit of a liking to you.
I used to eat bugs, but I don't eat them anymore, so it's
good.
totally fine.
Why? He was like reaching for his rapier for money.
And now,
Leave
now
that
I
there?
just eat plants. I don't know why the change, but that's what I do now. But
Well,
no,
that seems
no more bugs.
better for everybody.
Would your bee like to just rest on my shoulder for a while?
For the time being, it would seem that she would like.
Can
that.
we
Yes.
please
Oh,
just cut all of this bullshit and get to the point?
I like him. My goodness,
He's my brother.
What a fiery young lad this one is, hey?
Young lad?
Yes. Oh, you look young. You're proportionately smaller.
Are
Yeah,
you
we're only like 2 days
nice
old.
Mustache. It's I get the sense of your accent. I am picking it up. And
You're picking up my accent?
yes, I can feel it. The connection that we're having, it's strong.
Like I said, can we get to this fucking point?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Benedis.
What is the point of us being?
Yeah, you're
I
being
don't
rude.
know. What is the point of any of us being here? We just want to go find this ag.
Oh, my mistake. Well, I'm Amador of Yon. This is Pollinella, and this right here is a friend who's, I should know her name. It's Gleam. We've recently encountered her. Gleam, would you come join us? And the elf reluctantly hops off of the rock cliff and heads towards you. You guys, I think,
Yes.
would recognize the name.
Yes.
If you're all pondering it, I'll let you make a, let's do intelligence or history, maybe.
Isn't she the wife of the one that Jerry had repaired the heart? No.
11.
All right.
History of this?
History it is.
Natural 20.
Wow.
2 and a 9.
12.
Nice.
7.
Nobody except Ilya recognizes the name, and also I think with the natural 20 would pick up the origin. So, you know, Gleam is a twin sister of another elf, half elf. Is she half elf? I think it's elf. I'll look back at that. Anyways, you would also recognize them from signage you saw at the Witchlight Carnival, They are acrobats, and they had a show that they were supposed to be doing and never showed up to that acrobat show.
Oh.
Gleam is one of the two sisters, the one with the crescent moon face. The other has a son.
Oh, Gleam from the carnival.
You don't know me?
Yeah, I do. You're an acrobat.
You've been to the Witchlight Carnival.
Have I ever? I was almost crowned the monarch. And Ilya gives a dirty look to Benedis.
Ah, yes, the monarch. It's a popular thing that the guests come and want to do.
This is incredible. You have a twin sister and you guys are acrobats.
They stole
I
our
have
show.
a twin brother and we are, well, we're acrobats. I don't know. Things are a bit different now.
Well, I must say I'm happy for you that you're both still together.
Oh.
I am not. My twin sister has been taken from me.
By who?
Who do you think?
The hag.
The hag.
Endlin
The
Moongrave.
hag.
Yes, but nobody around here calls her that.
Oh, what do they
Her
call
nickname's
it?
Bitter End. More fitting.
Oh.
It's a stupid nickname. Bitter End. Bitter End?
Bitter End.
Bitter End. Okay.
Bitter end.
We had come here with a promise. We should have been more careful with a hag. Whatever the case, this Endlin has a contraption. She has all sorts of contraptions. And one of them lets her see, allegedly, into the future. And she's seen her own death. One of which is during a eclipse, I suppose, where the sun passes in front of the moon, or vice versa, whatever the case. Her solution to this, of course, was to bring us here. Why, I'm sure you're asking. There's no moon here, she looks up. Cloud cover and whatnot. What could possibly allow an eclipse to happen in Yon? I'll tell you what. She realizes that it's not a real eclipse, but what is the word I'm looking for? Symbolism of an eclipse. It can be myself and my sister as a threat. If I were to pass in front of her, we are essentially an eclipse. This is her fear. A ridiculous one, yes. She took my sister, the sun, imprisoned her, and cast me aside out into Yon so that the two of us can't be together and the eclipse can never happen.
That's crazy. So she's just going to collect anything that has like the symbol of a sun and a moon and separate them, and that's just how she's going to stop an eclipse from happening?
Ridiculous, but yes. You would be surprised on the number of trinkets she has in her possession that will stop such an event from happening. She feels it greatly.
We could just go get them back for you.
The dandelion pops up, Amador, and says, well, it's funny you should mention that. We had come across Gleam here, stuck on the side of a rock, sorrowful and alone. And I, Amador, agreed to help her return to Motherhorn, that's the castle in Yon here, Endelin's lair, and I will help her get there as part of my of just being me.
Would you like us to help you, help her, help us, help you?
Ah, I see you are of true nature of Prismir, the reciprocity.
Yes.
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 Well, then I must offer something in exchange.
He just give him a
thinks
hug.
we're-
He loves that.
I do like hugs an awful lot. Unless, there is something I don't have that I've been kind of missing.
Parents. You just said that not a couple of minutes back.
I'd forgotten about that.
Oh,
I was,
sorry.
I was hoping to have warts again.
I'm sorry, I cannot help you with that. What I can help you with, if you're new to Yon, I know it well. Maybe I could be of assistance there, a guide of sorts.
Oh.
And I can help us, the group of us, get to Motherhorn. It would seem that we all have a common goal.
What is your goal?
My goal, of course, is to help Gleam.
Why?
It's part of my nature. It's something that I'm driven to do. And he stands back and he's like, look at the land that I used to grow up in. It was beautiful. There was flowers, other dandelions, bees, everything. And now it's this rock, soggy, soaked, stricken with lightning stone. anything I can do to bring back the land that I once cherished as beautiful is worth my time.
So you want to return things the way they were?
I would love it more than anything.
You want to wake up Zybilna?
Zybilna? That's complicated.
Why?
Well, it would seem the hags of the realm have trapped her in some sort of stasis. The only way to deal with that is to deal with the hags themselves, which is why we are on a direct path to Motherhorn. I myself don't believe I could deal with Endelyn, but I do think that we can figure out a way to rescue what's her sister's name?
Gleam.
Glister.
Oh,
or
Glister.
Gleam is the girl there. Glister is her sister. To rescue Glister and have them return to the carnival. Why should she have to suffer any longer here like I have?
Yeah, I mean, we're happy to help. We're going that
You
way
take
anyway.
us to the egg and we'll kill her.
Well, we'll try.
We're ready this time.
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Are there there's no plants or anything around?
I mean, there would be like tiny little things here and there, but it's very minimal. Yeah.
Jerry will reach down and the tiniest scrub of a little weed growing in the ground.
Yeah.
And Jerry will touch it and just say a few words, and the plant will grow
Wow.
rapidly. I'm doing it as like a show of like solidarity with this person that wants things back, because I would like the green things to come back here too, and this little tiny weed will grow into this 2 or 3 foot tall, very healthy looking plant.
Nice.
The spell called plant growth.
Okay. Amador takes a knee, both knees, in fact, and holds the bush and just begins to sob. And he's like, I've never seen something so beautiful in all my time here. You truly have a gift. Anything I can do to help to bring this back. This is the Yon that I remember.
We can do that. It would take me a long time to do it by myself, but maybe we could just go beat up the hag a little bit and fix it.
Well, getting there is not as easy as it used to be. But we do have the potential of alliances. There's creatures that live within the rocks here. It's a side benefit, I suppose, of everything being stones. They're called Chorids. Have you ever heard of them? Strange little creatures. They're only yay high, and he measures about 2 feet. Very strong, full heads of hair that are apparently quite magical, and their hair can be turned into like iron, almost like just the strongest rope you've ever seen. But whatever the case, in little hooves and they clatter around. There's a place that they used to gather long before Yon was overtaken by Endelyn, and it was called Lockbury Henge. We are headed there to see. I've heard they haven't used it for some time, but figured the best place to start was maybe there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They will help us get to the castle?
We're not entirely sure. Because they know the land so well, we're hoping that they know a little something maybe we don't. A way to get there, or what, if anything, these stupid rods that channel lightning are for.
Well, let's just go push it down.
Push down one of the rods.
Yeah.
He looks over at Gleam. I suppose we never quite thought of that.
They look a bit wobbly.
Yes. Why not? Why not? Why don't we try?
Destroy the rods. Yeah.
Well, we could. Well, there's many of them, and he points across the sky, and you can't see them. But the one that you saw connected, you'd be able to see. And there are many, but perhaps we can try with this one.
Might give us a bit of space that we could work.
So the lightning was going to the castle. Is that where the hag is?
Yes, I've heard that she uses it to power something. I'm not quite sure. I haven't made it that close to the castle. To be honest, I'm a little scared of it.
Well, we're going there now.
We are, and now I feel a lot better having the group of you. I mean,
Well, maybe
We're really
should,
strong.
we should pull down one of these rods while we're on the way, just because Benedict said we should do it. I think that I trust him.
right.
Is there a chance we can just get an audience with her, or is this going to be a an effort of might versus instead of mind?
Well, it's interesting. Endelyn runs this, and he looks over to Gleam. Gleam, how would you describe it? And she takes a seat, kind of like brushes her long coat aside, and you can tell she's like just pondering for a moment. Endelyn is a wicked woman. She brings people there for her own amusement. A large stage. This is basically her whole castle, overlooks this whole area. And she convinces anybody, us, many other folks, to come and in exchange for strange agreements to take part in her play. This evil, wicked depiction of whatever she can dream up and finds amusing. And it never ends well. I've bumped into numerous people that I've worked with at the Witchlight Carnival. What was the one guy's name? He's a bugbear. He was twins with another brother there. Hurley.
Oh, Hurley and what was
Really?
the other? Man, there's a lot of
brother.
twins at this
I
carnival.
remember.
Hey?
I remember
Hurley and Burley. Hurley and Burley. Yeah, we're looking for that guy.
Yes, the
golden-
Hurley.
the
The
golden
Hurley.
bear.
Yes. Well, he's at the carnival. The stage. Made a bad deal. He's quite unhappy about it, but now he's forced to enact in every play that she puts on, which is several a day.
My word.
Anyways, that was a long way of me saying that unless you're invited to be taking part in such a play, you're not welcome there.
So
Well, I'm great at plays.
we just need to get invited then.
Yeah.
It would seem that you need an invite of some kind. But anyways, I think your idea. I have seen these channels of lightning come into Motherhorn while I had spent some time there, and I think you're right. Maybe pulling some of these down may help us. I don't know how we can do it, but I'm here to help. As she's chatting and like cracks of lightning are going across the sky, everybody give me quick perception checks.
Natural 1.
Wow.
18.
11.
18.
2.
Nice. I don't even know what to do with that natural one.
Jerry's busy looking at that plant that he
Yeah.
just made.
Ilya is the only one that would notice that with the cracks of lightning, everybody else has a shadow at this stage, right? Like you can see it like cast along the stone. But as you're talking to her and like focusing on Gleam, you notice that she doesn't have one. There is no shadow.
He has no shadow?
She has no shadow.
What would cause that?
Vampire.
Are you asking her?
No, I'm asking myself.
Oh.
I'm thinking of the magical knowledge that my mother passed down to me and trying to think like, would it be that it's an illusion? I'm asking you to make an Arcana check.
Oh, sure. Yes.
I'm trying not to come out right and say it.
Oh, sorry. I was like, all right, well, I'll just let her on to
Oh, 10.
10. Yeah, you don't know. Well, like with Arcana, you don't know how that would happen. It's obvious that it has happened, but you don't get the gist of like how it came about.
Okay, I'm just gonna keep that. I'm not gonna say anything to anyone. I'm just gonna kind of keep it in
Sounds good.
my mind.
Cool. Right. Amador stands up, dusts his dandelion off, and well, I suppose if we're going to try to pull down one of these things, we might as well get started. I should say one thing before we go, and he calls Paulinella back over to him. Just in case the situation should arise, I'm on the run as of right now. Just happenstance.
The run.
Yes, running from something.
You're on the lamb.
Sorry? No, I'm just running from something.
Yeah.
What is it that you're running from?
Well, it's where it has to do with Paulinella. She was kept by a beekeeper.
Which beekeeper?
Um,
Being very cryptic.
yes. Well, he is a beekeeper. He's a rather. He kind of like quietly puts his head down. Large, giant cyclops beekeeper.
Oh, we deal with beekeepers all the time.
Oh, well, you do. Well, that's
Yes.
fantastic.
He'll take his big great axe off his back and just start swinging that around.
That is about the size of his toenail. Yes. Good.
Oh,
That will
that's a very big
giant.
giant.
We'll just try not to
beekeeper.
run into him.
Well, we have been able to avoid him up to this point. I just bring it up should we come across the Cyclops. He might be angry.
I like Cyclopses. I think they're cool.
I don't like that he kept Polynether there under her own, against her own will.
That's not very nice.
I was rightful for her to be free, which is why I have rescued her.
Are you in love with her?
Yes.
That's nice. That's really nice. I like that. Congratulations.
Well, I'm in love with a lot of things in Jan,
She's not a thing. She's a bee named Polynetta.
but she is one of the things.
She's not a. Never mind.
He and Polynella are Polynella.
Polynella. Ayo. He packs up his stuff and guides you guys towards one of these giant rods.
While we're walking,
Yes.
I want to try and I'm gonna try and I don't know, trip by accident, and try and fall into Glean. I want to
okay.
see if I feel like she's I want to know if she's an illusion or because she doesn't have a shadow. What's with that?
Cool. You could trip into her for sure, but let's do a what is the word? Performance check to see if it's believable.
Sure.
You don't need it. It doesn't have to be much. Let's say 10 or higher.
Jerry's gonna try and catch Ilya when he sees that.
That's a 22.
Holy jeez. Sorry?
I'm gonna try and catch her when I see she's falling.
Oh, okay.
Jerry's a nice guy.
Give me a dexterity check opposed with her 22.
Dude.
Wow. Okay. Not
Jerry
even
also
close.
falls.
Yeah. You're like you jump in the way thinking you're going to be helpful, but she just piles you over. Both of you get knocked into Gleam, who goes to the ground, and you hit her normally. Like she feels like she's like a person, right? And dusts herself off. She's like, and what
Sorry.
the hell was that?
Oh my gosh, sorry. I just got these feet yesterday and I'm still kind of figuring them out.
I tripped right over Jerry.
Wait, what do you mean? That you just got the feet? That's the
Oh, it's just an old fairy saying. You never heard that before?
no, I haven't.
Just got my feet.
But we died
But
when we were
what
fighting
does-
the hag, and then we came back in these new bodies. These aren't us.
You died.
Oh, yeah.
I'm actually
I don't
a
know if-
hobgoblin.
I don't know if what you would call it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the group of you are
Brutally
lucky.
killed.
Yeah, it was nasty. We almost had her though. We were very close. We were very close.
We were very close.
Devastating and humiliating as well.
Which hag?
Oh, Skabatha.
The one that they don't want to say Skabatha.
Yeah, Granny Nightshade.
Yes.
Wicked hag too.
Yeah.
Well, you should consider the group of you lucky that you came back as fairies, yeah?
Hey, Glean,
Yes?
why don't you have a shadow?
What?
And she kind of pauses, stares at you for a moment.
Ilya looks at her with her very pitch black eyes and just kind of smiles.
If you must know, Endelyn removed it with her magic scissors.
Oh, she takes from you too.
Yes.
Well, before casting me out into Yon, she wanted to keep Glista and I away. The rule of reciprocity and hospitality says she can't harm either of us, so she removed me from the castle, but not without first removing my shadow. If you're not familiar with Prismere, which it would seem you're not, fine enough. The shadowless, as she pauses, are known to be untrustworthy. A mark against someone's character that is to mark them as despicable. People will normally not talk to the shadowless or do business with them or take liking to them or the people that surround themselves with the shadowless. I suppose this was maybe a way of her ensuring that even though I am free within Yon, that nobody would help me.
I'll help you.
And
Thank
our
you.
little buddy here, our dandelion man, he's helping you.
Ah, yes. Well, Gleam, of course, is, and he takes a knee. How could I leave such a beautiful woman standing by herself in this rocky wasteland? It can't be done. I must help.
You'll help anyone. Are you cursed or something? What's wrong with you?
No, I just have a heart, don't you?
You know,
She was separated from her sister. She has no shadow. Nobody wants to talk with her. And he just like starts getting all choked up.
Oh my
He's
God.
like, I'm sorry. I've rescued too many people today. I've rescued Polynella and Gleam, and now the group of you.
No, it's okay.
Thank you. It's like, it would seem that nobody cares anymore.
You'll be all right.
So, is there many shadowless then?
There are, but most of them tend to die because they are no longer welcome or supported.
Is the dandelion actually a plant?
Yes. It's like actually like a living.
Yeah, right. There's a sparkle in your eye.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Well, nothing. I just realized that if you ever wanted to, I could really make you grow real big.
Oh, well. Well, speaking about giant rods, here we are. We've discovered the first one. And you look at it, and you've eventually come to it, and it is just like this iron rod that is like been driven into the ground, is about 200 feet tall, and at the top of it is a crescent moon. And there's clear handholds, though. It's not totally smooth. You could like climb this thing like a ladder.
This is much larger than I thought.
What if I flew up, tied a rope around the crescent moon, and then we all just used our strength and pulled it down?
We could try. I don't know if you happen to be carrying over 200 feet of rope on you right now, but
Maybe we could tie my rope.
to my rope,
Well,
to
what
her
happens
rope,
when
to
you get
his
well,
So,
it's like
zap,
it's
Jerry.
like huge, right? Like, is it quite big,
I mean,
or it's like a pole?
well, it's like a pole, but it's not like
Like
its
a telephone
girth is
pole or
not
something?
its radius
Oh,
isn't
okay.
like 20
It's
feet or
not
something.
like
It's
a
like a
tower.
you could
Say
probably
more
wrap your
about its
arms around.
girth.
And what? It's made of
Easy
metal.
now.
Yes, iron.
Iron.
So it's like a fireman's pole.
Yeah, a little bigger because you can scale it like a ladder. Let's say it's a foot radius.
Benedis will cast Reduce upon this pole.
Oh, tell me about reduce.
It's Enlarge Reduce spell.
Yeah.
You cause a creature or an object you can see within range to grow larger or smaller for the duration. Choose either a creature or an object that is neither worn nor carried. If the target is unwilling, it can make a con save throw. If the target's a creature, blah, 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 blah.
Fun.
So I don't know what that does, but it should make it smaller.
Yeah, I mean,
Says
it's like
reduce. The target size is halved in all dimensions, and
Okay,
its
that's what I was
weight is
wondering.
reduced to 1/8 of normal.
holy shit. Okay, so it goes down. It's like goes down to 100 feet. Harder to climb now because the ladder's smaller, but it is only 100 feet and noticeably more unstable, wavy.
Right.
Hey, everyone,
Let's do it.
back up.
Back up.
Well, what do you think if I shoot a lightning bolt into it? Do you think it'll just go?
Yeah,
No,
I think
it's a
that's
lightning
gonna give a little bit of power to what's her fuzzle there.
We
Yeah.
could pull this down. We could totally do it.
Let's pull it down then, Jerry.
Yeah, you think?
Benedict just takes his maul with two hands and grabs that thing at the end of it and then just gives it a big karate chop smash at the base like he's chopping down a big tree.
Nice. Give me an attack roll. You can do it with advantage.
Oh.
The pole, it's not
The
moving.
sneak attack. 22.
Yeah, hits. Roll damage.
$13.
13. You whack this thing hard, and it lets out like a loud clang. It does shake a little bit, but as you do this, you're like, it's gonna take a lot of power to knock this thing over at its base. Like to uproot an iron rod is gonna be a significant undertaking.
Okay, this is not gonna just be a bang, knock it over. We're gonna have to get a bit smart with it.
Jerry's going to fly halfway up the 100-foot pole,
Okay.
tie his 50-foot rope around it,
Okay.
fly down, still holding the rope,
Okay.
so it should reach the ground.
As you fly to the top, some of that lightning starts to gather around you, especially now that you're around this pole. I need you to make a dexterity check as
Head
you
down,
tie
Jerry. So just physics. If it's reduced by
that. Half, so it's 100 feet.
so it's reduced by half, but the dimension of it would shrink as well.
Yeah.
The hole that would be holding it would be like larger.
Oh, fair.
Ah.
So it would be fairly easy to pull
To
it
knock
down.
over.
Depending on how it was engineered in place.
So I don't know what the bottom. I don't know what because the bottom would have shrunk as well.
Yeah.
So it would be leaning by now.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, you're right. So it'd be quite
Cast
unstable.
in concrete,
Yeah, I mean it is driven into stone.
into stone.
But still,
But,
it's
but it'll
like,
shrink
sense.
around the
That
stone,
makes
so
sense.
it's able to move a fair
Wobbly.
bit. But I think for how
Good.
long it's driven down, it's not going to completely fall over.
No,
But you're right.
Yeah. It's so how heavy is this thing? It's 100 feet.
Well, it's 100
feet
foot of iron.
Iron.
Heavy.
What was your
Heavy.
dex?
20 not natural.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, the lightning gathers around you, doesn't hit you, and you're lucky you're standing next to this iron pole, and it gathers around it, and everybody just sees this energy just like, and then just shatters and shoots across the sky again towards. Now that you're actually close to this thing, you've got a better view of what looks to be the castle. And that energy just seems to get absorbed there. It's just like, and like gets drawn down into somewhere.
Jerry, stop flying. Grab onto the pole and climb it.
You have tied it, and
I'm
bring
going
it
to
down.
just fly back down holding the rope.
Okay, sounds good.
Why don't we just pull it down?
Remember, we shouldn't be flying with all the
Right.
electricity and.
Right.
But good job, you.
Yeah,
got the
well
rope.
done,
Here
Jerry.
we go.
Jerry's going to start pulling on it.
Cool. I'm guessing everybody is gonna help
I'll
yank on
help
the rope.
out.
Let's do a
Evo.
group strength check.
Oh God, you might not want me to help me with this
I'll get Amador in there. Oh, nice. 19 for Amador.
11.
Wow.
Well,
8.
13.
Wow. Okay. It's actually you didn't need much because of the it's already unstable. You guys actually do manage to pull it down. You heave and hoe, and eventually all you just hear is like the iron bending at the root, and the whole thing just gives way, and it's like and like shatters the rock around it. Like 100 feet of iron is fucking heavy, and it's almost like a little mini earthquake. And Amador leaps in the air and he's like, "Hey, that was amazing!" And he's like, "I can't believe we did that. Why don't we do that for the rest of those things?"
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Why
could do that.
sounds like a good idea.
Oh,
for sure.
she's gonna be so cheese.
Well, maybe we should go talk to her before we.
She's a
piss her
hag.
off
She's
too much,
probably
eh?
not very nice.
Maybe, I don't know. The first one we managed to just have a conversation and everything kind of worked out,
Okay.
but maybe not.
The last one killed
What
us.
do you know about her?
Are you talking to me?
I'm talking with you, yes.
The things I know about.
I don't need to know everything. I'm asking, is she going to be welcoming to us? Is she just
No.
going to want to kick our ass from the beginning?
Unless we're invited, she will not be welcome.
Well, I think we're
Okay.
doing good with the polls.
It's a start. It's something there that's weakening her.
How many,
Whatever it is.
How many are there?
I think there's.
That's not that many. 5. We could do 5.
They're scattered all over the.
We could
place.
do 5.
They're not near you.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we go knock on the door and tell her, hey, we are a group of steel pole repair people. And we noticed that all of your poles are down. Would you like to contract our services?
And
Hello,
when she
just
says
tell us.
no, we stick a
Smash her
javelin
in the face and cut her and then beat her
yes.
till she's dead and
That
ugly.
was aggressive.
Stupid.
Well, she'll already be stupid, and maybe
Sorry,
dead
I'm
or ugly.
get angry.
Me too.
Well, I think we're on the right path here. I think maybe the next stop that we should make is to see the Koreds, to visit their henge.
The goat people,
Yes, well, they're more stone
the
type.
furry goat
Yes,
stones.
long hair.
Okay.
Goat people.
Well, that we had been heading there. They're Koreds. They're stone people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Stone.
Crafters. Iron hair. It's very strange. Short. Yay high.
All right.
I wonder I could do some blacksmith's work with that hair. Maybe they'll give me some.
They might. They're quite protective of the hair, but
That means it's
if
powerful.
well, yes. Our plan, Gleam and I, was to go there and seek help and maybe offer our services in exchange for something.
Man,
from
you
them.
talk so much. Maybe we can just keep going and.
I would- Oof, yeah.
While we're walking,
he just just picks up his stuff. Hey.
while we're walking, I want to try and sidle up to Benedis at some point and link my arm through his and kind of pull him back away from the group to talk to him. I don't know if you like allow it to happen. I'll like kind of like I'll like insistently pull you back. Hey.
Hey, what's happening?
What curled up your ass?
Oh, I think everything that has happened to us since we left the carnival.
Yeah.
It's like inside. I mean, like, it's all part of me now.
Your attitude's insane today.
I don't think it's today. I think it's just how I am.
Sure. You gotta get your shit together, man. We're all here in the Feywild.
Yes.
We're all freaking out. We all died. It's not just about you.
Oh, it's not like a bad feelings. I just don't want to waste time and blah blah blah. Hang out with everybody, become best friends. Like, let's just get it done and go home. That's what you were saying. You want to go home. I want to go home. Everybody wants to go home.
Yeah, but you don't have to mouth off the poor dandelion.
I wasn't like, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just saying what I feel and it's just, I don't know. Maybe my manners aren't there as much, but I'm just speaking my what I feel. I can try to say please next time.
Yeah, okay.
Or
You good? Are you good?
I'm good. I just want to smash somebody in the face and then go home though. Like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
all.
Rock and roll.
It's not a bad feeling.
Okay.
It's just different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you have any dreams when you were dead?
I can't really tell if what was dream and what wasn't dream, but yeah, I just was just like a lot of fighting. I feel like I learned everything about fighting in however long we were there. One day? Was that one day? I don't know. Was it 1 hour? I don't know.
We should ask someone. I don't know. We could have
don't
been
know. Who
dead
would
for
know?
weeks.
Who would know? Other than us, who would know?
We could have asked Will. Like, how long were you gone for?
Maybe.
Didn't think to
I
ask
think he
him.
probably doesn't care about us too.
Well, cool. Good talk.
Yeah, thanks for that.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
Do you think they're falling in love?
I don't know.
Look at them.
Ilya's like in Benedict's face, and
Like,
Benedict's is
pointing.
Is that what it looks like?
I think it might look like that.
Oh, I thought it was something else.
How would I know, Jerry?
I don't know either. Oh, probably you're right.
Well, I know my sister.
Should I ask them?
Well, no, Jerry, no. Let's not get too personal.
Do you think that they'll invite us to the wedding?
I wonder, Jerry. That'd be fantastic.
Oh, I wonder who Benedict will ask to be his best man.
For sure, it'd be you, Jerry.
Hey, what are you chuckle fucks talking about?
Oh, nothing. Look at the ground, Jerry.
Look at the ground. Did you drop something?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I dropped something. Hi.
You're a bad liar.
I think they're falling in love.
Yeah, there's some weird tension happening.
Some
here right
energy
now.
happening here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Ilya gives Benedict a thumbs up.
You guys have this amazingly awkward conversation where Amador and Gleam every now and then like glance back and kind of talk to each other and shake their heads. Continue traversing this blackened rock until you come across a little bit of a clearing. And out of nowhere, like there's no forest, everything's open here. This awkwardly, really creepy large cart, like large wagon, comes just like squeaking on its wheels out like and it's just like this ornate wood, and upon it, riding it, is this hooded figure, just like covered in these heavy robes. He's got a huge hood covering his face, can't see anything, doesn't say a word as this large wagon just pulls up in front of you. And as it was driving past, you see just like depictions carved in the wood of like this windswept land, shatter lightning, these poles everywhere, or the iron poles everywhere. And in front of you is a large black velvet curtain that starts to open. We're going to take our first break right there. We'll be right back.
Puppet show.
Is it being pulled by something?
No, it just showed up.
Is it on its own?
Hey, everybody, we're back. Thanks for
Hi,
joining
everybody.
us.
We're back.
Wait, I gotta get a snack.
Crit and fumble.
Dwayne,
The
Neil.
adventurers.
Where's my music?
Grab your long dong.
Grab your long and dong.
I love a dong.
Whoa. Music's too intense.
What was happening?
That's what we named him.
That's what you named
That's what
him.
I named him.
That
Wagon.
carriage, had just come up to us.
Oh yes,
Not
thank you.
creepy at all.
Very
Not
creepy.
at all creepy. Yeah,
It was horseless.
It was a
horseless.
You guys
It's just
ever-
like it's like a wagon. It just like pulls up. Go
You
ahead.
guys ever see Howl's Moving Castle? You know what I'm talking
Oh
about?
yes, the anime.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
one particular part where like the Witch of the Waste, like she rolls up in a carriage and she pulls aside this like curtain and her like creepy face is like right there. And that's the image that was coming to my mind as you were describing that.
Nice, awesome. Those movies are great. Those like,
Isn't that like
the delivery
porn?
service and
Yeah.
Anime, like porn, basically?
No, this is
No.
like Miyazaki films.
Who? You're what?
What?
Is that like Raven?
You were dangerously
Raven.
close to Brie reminding you that you are older than she is.
Only marginally.
Just look it up on Netflix. They're all good.
Cut me in half and count the rings.
Too many to count.
I don't know what that is.
The
Yeah.
wagon pulls up in front of you. Not pulled by anything. Where the hell did this thing come from? Like everybody's looking around. And this curtain, this velvet curtain is the side that's facing you. And it just like peels back like a puppet show. And right in front of you is these marionettes. And it's a perfect oh jeez.
And they're really scary.
They're really scary.
Oh, the puppets.
It's these marionettes that take you back a minute. You're like, wait. This music's fucking with me.
It's great. It's great.
Okay, I'm
It's
rolling
like,
with it.
It's like 1950s radio theater.
The lightning shatters, you know. I'm like, and what you're looking at is your very battle with Skabath and Nightshade. The marionettes you see are all of you, not as fairies, but like perfect
Old like previous us.
previous characters, perfect dolls of you enacting this battle. And like, I mean, but marionettes, so they're like, and like you can't see anything controlling the marionette, but you see these strings and like attack, and then like, you know, and then you die, and these flowers are born from the earth, and these fairies come out of them, and those are now marionettes, get cast through or are led through this fog, and then the scene just like woof, changes, and now it's the group of you like walking around these like black rocky cliffs that you've just been doing, and you bump into this dandelion and this elven woman and pull down this huge large iron pole with like shatter lightning all around you, and then it ends with the group of you walking up to this spot, and a wagon pulls up in front of the group of you.
Benedis is like in full ready to pounce. Like his maul is cocked and ready to
It's like,
swing.
oh god, oh god, oh
Ilya
god.
is leaning forward like this with her like chin in her hands, like a little girl, and just like smiling at the puppets.
Rips is yelling at them. You stupid kicks! What are you doing? That's not the way it goes.
That's
Don't
why we
die
lost.
there. Oh my God! Run away and then get back. Use your strength.
Amador's like, I don't have that bald spot, do I? This and this wagon pulls up in front of the group of you, and it just stops, and the curtains open.
Oh,
And then this banner on the one you're looking at, not the small one, rolls down in front of everything. It says, to be continued. The hooded figure climbs off like he just melts off of this wood and flows onto the ground. His cloak just doesn't even feel like it touches the ground. Reaches deep into the cloak. You can't see his face. You can't see his hands, nothing. And 4 pieces of paper that look like tickets emerge, and he hands it to each of you without saying a word. You flip it over, and as you view them, you see that each card that you're holding is a perfect doll depiction, this marionette of you as a character, but not you as a fairy, you as your old character. He climbs back up onto this horse, or onto this wagon, and you take this ticket in your hand, and below that picture of yourselves, it says, Good for one private audience with Endelyn Moongrave. No strings attached. You look up. The wagon, gone.
Jerry puts his hand on Benedis and says, "Do you know what this means?"
We got the invitation that we wanted.
Oh, yeah. And we're famous.
We are famous with this audience of her, yes. And maybe some friends.
They made like a play after us.
Wow, we're puppets, Jerry.
Did they? Did this actually happen, or did we just imagine this altogether? Is this a group hallucination, maybe?
Ilya's gazing like a little mournfully at her old face. I had such beautiful skin.
Rips
So
is
did
like,
I. You see it?
Oh.
Kind of like my skin more now. I was pretty pale before, but I feel like a bit more robust.
Rips is disgusted. He's like, ah,
Fuck that guy.
Throw the kid, take it away.
great.
That's the past. This is
The past
now.
of the past.
So, Dandelion person,
Amador.
you did not get an invite, I guess.
It would seem I'm not welcome, unfortunate, because I was part of the play.
Maybe we could shrink you and bring you in our bag or something?
When the time comes for us to approach Endelyn's stage, I think we'll deal with it then.
The stage?
Her castle.
Oh, the castle.
Should we pull down more rods first, or should we go visit her now?
I feel like we should seek out the Chorids. We are going to need their help. This is no small task in order to get to Endelyn's castle. She does know you're here, though. Or
Yes.
something does.
She already wants us to come see her.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
If we are to take down these other towers first, does that maybe gives us an advantage in some way? Does it weaken her?
Maybe.
Does it piss her off
Maybe.
more so she just wants to smash us?
I feel like we need to learn more about these towers. I know very little, and unfortunately so does our friend Gleam.
Let's talk to the metal hair people.
I think that's a good next step and a direction we were heading in.
Let's keep doing that then.
They're like a bunch of metalheads.
Yeah. Maybe if they form together like a group of bards, they could be called the Shadowless. Because earlier you were talking about the Shadowless. I was like, that's a cool name.
Whoa, yeah.
Well, that's a bit of an insult, and I would be careful of who you call shadowless. Gleam is a bit sensitive about the subject.
Yes, that's a good point. I am sorry for saying that.
Thank you. Shall we continue?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Rock and roll.
He's like, very well, looks around. You can tell he's looking for the cart and where the hell it went, and he's like, that was creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, well... Right, we'll head further south. It's probably the easiest direction to go. He continues guiding the group of you. And you do see more lightning strikes on these large pillars as you walk. And the energy continues towards the castle. And I mean, it's like, you can see it, but it's far off in the distance. And then you come across this valley, and it's enormous. And there's just like these huge rock pillars everywhere. And you can see that it's 8 columns of rock that are reaching skyward, forming a ring around what looks to be a deep cratered lake. Rough-hewn steps spiral up from each of the columns, and a rowboat is moored on the lakeshore next to one of them. A torch-bearing figure trudges up the stairs on the column nearest the rowboat. 8 winged beasts with antlers shout and howl with laughter as they circle around it. Amador pauses. What? Well, these are called the Fey Beacons. I've never seen anybody here trying to light them, or if they're even operational. This is very strange. And the group of you stand for a moment and watch this man, and he climbs this pillar, which must be 200-300 feet, maybe just this huge stone. Eventually makes it to the top. I mean, you'd be sitting there for several minutes watching this, and eventually takes the torch that he's carrying, and you can just see he's lighting something, and then this, what would that be called, a brazier or whatever, a large bowl, just like this huge flame comes out of it, and he puts his torch down and then just like puts his pack on and starts trudging back down this pillar. And you can see now one of these 8 are lit. He gets back down, climbs into the rowboat, hangs his head, and starts to row to the very next pillar. As he begins to row, these creatures that you could see him mocking him before all fly up to where the pillar that he lit is and just start banging their wings, beating their wings. And
Stoking the flames.
no, it goes out.
Blowing it out.
And you can just hear them like, and then like swarm down and start circling around this rowboat. He pays no mind to them and just rows and rows.
When they're flying around, is the lightning activating and charging up?
No, doesn't seem to be affecting them. He makes land at the next pillar, climbs off, starts walking.
That seems really rude of him to put out his fire. He's doing a really hard job.
But he also just seems to not care and do his thing like it's a curse or something that he just has to do this forever.
We go talk to him?
We could
Should we kill those stupid things first?
Yes, I think we should do that.
Well, wait a second. Maybe the fire is dangerous. Maybe it's not supposed to be lit.
Maybe it will bring attention from something that we don't want.
I think we should go see what's... Do you know... Hey, Amador?
Yes, Amador.
Amador. What are those things?
Those creatures, I have seen them before. They are called peritons. They are strange beasts of wings or birds of prey like bodies and wings, but the head of a stag, yet with the snout still a beak. Usually some sort of... I don't know how they would come across that, but if you look closely, sometimes when you see their shadows, they're humans. The shadow is of a humanoid, not the creature itself. The reason for that is most peritons come from a human. They're cast that way.
Oh.
Yes. Usually through death and reborn.
Like, is that what we are?
Are they evil bad guys?
I'm not sure, to be honest. I would guess that they don't have your best interest in mind, if that's what you're asking me. But inside, it's said to be that they are still the person that they once were.
But someone or something's controlling them?
I'm not sure. I don't know how it works.
And why would this guy want to be lighting these, what did you call them, Fey beacons?
This area is called the Fey Beacons. And it's said that this is essentially the portal that connects us to the material plane. It hasn't been working for God knows how long. I've never even seen these things lit in my lifetime.
So we should kill those
Yeah.
creatures.
If we kill those creatures, then they can light all the things and then we can go back easily?
I suppose so.
That seems too easy.
If you light the Fey Beacons, though, what happens? I've only heard rumors of them. I don't know.
I think that's what she was asking you.
I don't know.
Yeah, what
No.
rumors do you hear?
The rumors is that the very lake turns into the portal, and you must drown yourself in it.
Oh, I could do that.
Well, that sounds terrifying.
Crossing to material plane is not an easy task.
Does lightning seem to be flashing around here?
Not any more than anywhere else.
Oh, okay.
But not any less.
Not any less.
Oh.
How far away are these winged creatures?
You guys are at the top of the dip into the valley, so you can sort of see everything. So you're ways off. They wouldn't have even noticed you yet. You're probably, I don't know, a couple hundred yards. But now they're encircling the rowboat. And just, you can tell they're not speaking common, but they're clearly mocking this man.
This feels to me like a bit of a side mission that I don't know we need to undertake.
I think it might be an opportunity to get some extra information. Why doesn't the Fey Beacon work anymore? Maybe it has something to do with Zybilna.
We could talk to the man in the rowboat.
Ilya starts running towards the rowboat.
Nice. As you approach it, these birds take flight, or whatever they're called, these monstrous bird thingies.
Yeah, get out of here, you idiots.
They take flight and cackle back towards you. and then stay like a safe distance away, but circle above you. And the man pauses with his torch, looks at you. Can I help you?
Maybe. What are you doing?
Trying to light the beacons.
Why?
It's my only way home. I've been here, I don't know how long. I just want to go home. And you can tell he's young looking. He's elven, which means like elves don't age very easily. They live forever. And this guy is worn out.
How far away are these bird-like creatures from us?
Now, 40 to 60 feet.
How long have you been here?
I've lost count. I've lit these things more times. My hope is that they get bored of this game that they feel like they need to play before I die.
Why don't you just kill them?
I would love to. Does it look like I am equipped to kill such a creature?
No, you're not equipped.
He has like nothing but a torch, essentially.
Jerry starts muttering to himself.
Oh.
And this sort of funnel cloud appears about 100 feet above us.
Okay.
And the lightning that's in the sky starts to concentrate in the funnel cloud.
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, the lightning shoots through the funnel cloud directly at the winged creatures.
Jesus. Okay. Nice. Is it a wisdom save? What is this?
I can summon lightning, even when there is none, as long as I'm outdoors.
Right.
And if there's actual storm clouds it's more intense.
Oh, Jesus.
Full lightning.
This is amazing.
Benedict
Beast
puts away
of a
his
spell.
maul, takes out his crossbow, and loads it.
Okay. Nice.
So it's a dex saving throw.
It's a dex save for them. Because of this, I'm going to need everybody to quickly roll me some initiative.
Oh, yeah.
So Rips is going to grab a bunch of torches
Okay.
and hand a torch to everybody.
Nice.
Okay.
I love it.
And we're going to start. He's going to get those lit.
Okay. How do you have 5 torches?
Well, it's in my Dungeoneer's pack.
You have that many torches?
Yeah, I got that, and I got an axe. When you're a barbarian, you get all that stuff. Right?
Okay,
When
cool.
you get
Right.
Yeah.
New barbarian.
New
All right,
barbarian.
just making sure.
Yeah.
Dex save.
Rips your balls off.
Should I do it as a group or should I do it individually? There's 8 of them.
It's a
There's
dex,
8 of them?
dex save or a rolling initiative?
I don't think.
The dex save.
I would say individual, right?
Individual?
Because they're gonna.
Yeah. Okay, so I've got 4 here. I'll say some probably save, but let me just bring up these stats. So with Dex, not great.
Good.
12, 14, 2, and 15.
They needed to get 12.
12. So 3 of them save, 1 does not of the 4. And another one fails. Where's my 4th one? Oh, yeah, that's there. So 2 out of the 8 fail.
The other one should take half damage, I believe.
I'll check. So it's 16 damage.
Holy shit.
Lightning damage. And on a failed save, half damage on a successful one. So what was that? 14. So 7 on the people that succeeded.
Okay, so this like storm cloud forms overhead as Ilya's chatting with this worn out elven man, and this lightning just erupts from the sky, striking every single one of these birds. The majority of them dodging out of the way and taking 7 points of damage each. But the other 2 seem to get clipped poorly. And what was their total? That must have been 14?
14, yeah.
14 points of damage to them, and 2 of them stumble to the ground, hit it. They're not dead, but like beat their wings and take off. What was everybody's initiative? 11.
8 for me.
8.
21 for Benedict.
Wow. 6.
2.
Wow. Amazing. Let me roll for those guys. Wow, 19. That sucks. What was Benedict?
20 something.
22.
Okay.
21.
And then my last one is going to be the other NPCs. 3. Wow. Just in front of Kix. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, these birds that were originally focused on this elven guy all split up, take to the sky, and look like they're trying to just like veer over everybody, trying to see who is the weakest that they can pick off from the group of you. Benedis, you are up.
As he surveys the scene, how many of them would be within a 20-foot cube of each other at any point?
Well, they are all circling around each other at the moment of the strike in a rowboat. So I would say all of them. Like
All
they
of
did,
them would be?
Yeah,
Okay.
like I mean, story-wise, they all spread out, but in turn order, they haven't had a move action, so they
Right.
haven't actually spread out.
Okay. Benedis is going to cast Fairy Fire at kind of the center of all of them and try to catch them all in this spell.
Okay, nice.
So they need to do a dex save, and my spell save DC is 15.
One fails. Natural 1. Wow. I'm gonna say he knocks out the other guy with his natural 1. So 4 of them have failed. 4 of them succeeded.
Okay, so the ones that failed they're all like outlined in this purple glow.
Okay, I've circled
and
them.
everyone will have advantage against them on any attack.
Beautiful. The one. Okay, so
And
these
they can't turn invisible if that's an option.
These all spread out and seem to be focusing on just the group of you, actually. Like, they don't really seem to be terribly worried about this elven man. Like, you'd think they've been heckling him and they would dive bomb him, but they don't. They spread out and focus on the group of you. And there's the 4 of you. 2 of them peer or pull off and just, like, dive bomb towards Benedis and Jerry and Ilya and Rip.
Rip towards
balls.
The first 2 that dive towards Benedis come flying out of the sky and try to attack you with their talons. 14 and a 10.
Fail.
Fail. Nice. They like cling against your armor, your axe or whatever it is comes up, scares them off. They fly off into the distance. The next 2 come to attack Jerry. 19 and 17.
Both hit.
Both would hit. Their talons dig into you for not a lot, surprisingly. 2d4 plus 3 on the first attack, or plus 4? No, plus 3. So 6, 10 points. Actually, that's a decent amount of piercing damage with the first set of talons, and then 6, 7, 8 on the second. And these guys are just like flapping around you, trying to dig their talons into you, and it feels like they might try to pick you up. Ilya. What is my bonus here? 23
yeah,
and 18.
both hit.
Both of those hit. Same thing. They come flying down. Talons come down. 7, 8, 9 on the first hit, and same thing. 9 again. Lastly, 2 die. This music's weird.
Yeah.
The last 2 dive bomb Rip. 15 and a
Miss.
12. Both of those miss. Can't touch the barbarian who's
He brings up his shield.
wildly swinging his shield around, scares them off. I need Jerry to tell me what he does.
Jerry's calling more lightning.
Nice. Okay. They are spread out though. So
Yes.
how does that
So,
affect the group of you?
It just says I can shoot this up to 120 feet range, and it's a 60-foot radius.
I
But
think that call
Oh,
lightning.
each creature within 5 feet of that point. So I have to do it within a 5-foot point.
Okay.
So the 2 that are holding me, I guess.
Okay. And it wouldn't affect you. You don't have to do the save.
No,
Okay.
I don't think so.
That, makes sense if you're the one casting it. You wouldn't have to. So they make a dex save, right?
Yeah,
I'm assuming both fail. 6 and an 8.
fail.
Nice.
So 4d10 damage.
So you... Okay.
28 damage.
28. Those 2 dead. Collapse into the lake. And you can see the lake turns black. And as this happens, you can see that the figure... Sorry. The reflection in the water as this thing sinks is a humanoid. One of them looks to be like an old elven man. He's got like this beard and he's well dressed. And he's just like reaching up and he just like fades away into the deep. as like his body transforms from this bird into whatever or whoever he was. The other, a very young, good-looking woman, also elven, dressed in what looks to be the same garb. It's almost like it's an outfit or like a performer's thing or whatever. Same thing, reaching up and then just like fades out and just like into this pit, gone. Like you
Into
can't
the
see
lake,
any-
right?
Into the lake. It's just black.
Maybe they're gonna go back to the real world.
Yeah.
You can always hope, Jerry.
So 2 of the ones that aren't lit are dead. So you still have 4 glowing birds and 2 non-glowing birds.
Oh, because it's
You have advantage on those.
yes, that's right.
And so they were trying to put their talons in Jerry, right?
They were, yes.
Yeah.
No longer though. They're
Okay.
dead.
Yeah.
Ilya.
Okay, so previously when Ilya would be like casting spells, she would have this kind of like celestial like glow about her. Now she like she holds her like arcane focus, which is the eye of an owl.
Nice.
And her like fingers turn into these like long black like almost like talons, and her like eyes just become these like kind of like really like black pits.
Oh my god.
And I'm gonna cast chromatic orb, so this like dark kind of like flickering shadow ball is gonna form, and then she's gonna fire it at the one that attacked her.
Okay, I love it. So you got 2 around you. The ones that have attacked you, 2 of the ones around Jerry, or Benedis are glowing, and then 1 of each around Ilya and Kix are glowing, and the other ones are not.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. So one of the ones I'll attack one of the ones that's attacking me, and it's glowing.
It's glowing, so you get advantage on the attack.
Cool. So that is 21 to hit.
Yeah, hits.
Cool. So that is, and I get to choose the type of damage. So let's do cold damage.
Okay.
That's fun.
Nice.
And I need, sorry, I've never done this spell before. 3d8. Only 11 points of damage.
11 points. Nice.
Womp womp. And then, as a bonus action, I should have done this beforehand. No, I won't do that. I won't worry about it. Not useful in this fight. Never mind. I'm good.
Okay. Our friend Amador, the dandelion, kind of like veers off, gets some height on one of these stone pillars with the rocks around it, and you can see he's got a sling, and as he's running up this rock, he's grabbing pebbles and stuffing them into a sack, and then he's got a sling, and he's just like trying to hit them out of the air.
He's so brave.
he attacks one of the ones that is over by Benedis. It's glowing, so he gets advantage. 17 plus the 4 would definitely hit. Doesn't do a whole lot. It's a whopping 1d4 plus 2. 5 points of damage to one of the ones over top of Benedis. He just like keeps slinging these things, these pebbles. Up next is Rib.
Rips is he's going to pull out his javelins.
Nice.
And he's going to fire these javelins off at the one that's glowing that's close to him.
Yep. Advantage on that
With
bad
advantage.
boy.
So 15 on the dice plus 6.
Yep.
That'll be 21 is going to hit.
That'll do it.
That'll be 1d6 plus 3. So that's 4.
Okay.
A whopping 4.
A whopping 4.
And then he's going to fire another. He's going to fire another javelin because he gets a second attack at the same little beastie.
Okay. The same glowing one, right?
Same glowing one. So that is 9 and 6 is 15.
Hits.
And again, he's going to get a 1d6. So 4. And does he get a bonus on that for probably not? Hey.
No. So you've done another 4 damage, right?
Yep.
Did
Okay.
you rage,
And-
Dwayne?
He didn't rage, but as he's throwing the javelin, he's just like, "Read the fucking room," and he just chucks the fucking javelin right at him.
Nice. Slow-mo.
That's his battle cry. Read the room.
Hits it in the wing. Benedis, you're up. You still have 2 of these swarming around you, one of which your friend Amador is trying to take out.
Benedis is going to invoke his Giant's Might,
Okay.
which he has as a rune knight, and it means I become large.
Nice. Okay.
I have advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws,
All right.
and I also get an extra 1d6 on damage.
Wow.
Per
Nice.
turn. Per turn.
Okay. So is that a bonus action or is that your action?
It's a bonus action.
Nice. Okay.
And then, are these things within melee or they're flying away from me? Like
They would have come down to hit you with their talons, so they're in melee.
Okay. Benedus would have swapped back to his maul and is just going to take a swinging strike at one of them.
Okay. You have two of the ones around you are glowing.
All right, so I get advantage.
Yep.
And I get a 17 plus 7 is lots.
Oh yeah.
And then I get 2d6 plus an extra 1d6 because of this thing.
Nice.
So that's 11, 13, 14. 13. 13 damage.
Wow. Okay. One of the ones previously you had hit, you hammer that one, and it just goes flying into the lake, stone dead. Same thing. You see a depiction of like this person, this humanoid, dressed in a certain way, similar to the others, reaching up, fades away. They're gone. That one dies around you. Do you have any other actions that you can take?
I do have an entire extra attack.
Wow. Okay. The other one's still around you.
So I'm going to do the same thing. 26.
Yeah. This one's not as hurt.
And 14 damage.
Holy shit.
Now it is.
Now it's really hurt. Not dead hurt, but definitely hurt.
How many are left? Like, what's the lay of the battle here?
There is one surrounding and trying to attack Benedus. There is none surrounding Jerry, who took them out with his lightning. Mm-hmm. And there is two surrounding both Kix and Ilya.
Two each?
Yes. Yeah.
Oof.
These creatures all take to the air and fly
opportunity
away.
attacks, right?
No, they have something called flyby, which does not provoke an opportunity
Just like
attack.
Briar.
Their beats or the wings just beat hard, and they all take off, spiraling up, turn around, their wings open, talons come out, and they all just dive bomb like at breakneck speed. They come flying down. The first tries to attack Benedus for a 15, probably misses. Like just before hitting the ground, opens his wings, woof, flies away. The other, not around Jerry, the other one goes to attack Ilya for 16 plus 4, 20 to hit.
It's easy.
Oof. Hold on. Where's my dice?
Oh, boy.
When they come flying down like this, they do significantly more damage as the talent just embeds itself in you for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of piercing damage on the first attack.
Oh, no.
The other, because there's still two, goes to attack you, rolls a 7.
Let me do some math. Okay, thank
misses.
God for that. There we go.
The other two go flying up. I'm going to do both at the same time to attack. Rips your balls off. They're trying to rip his balls off. One succeeds, I'm assuming 21, and the other fails. Same thing, comes flying down, talons out at just an unreasonable speed for 8, 9, 10, 15, plus 3, 18 points.
They're like little dive bombers.
They're like little dive bombers. But now they are directly in front of you again at melee range. They haven't flown away Jerry.
Okay. Are there any groupings of them?
There's groupings around, 2 around Ilya, 2 around Rips, and 1 around Benedus.
I'm afraid the lightning's going to hit my friends.
Right.
So instead, Jerry's just going to wrap his hands around like he's making a snowball, except that instead of snow, a sphere of fire will appear, and then he's going to wiggle his fingers and throw fire at the one by Benedus.
Nice. Okay, go for it.
So it's it's a spell attack.
Okay. You roll
Does
advantage.
18 hit?
Oh yeah, it would. I mean, you could roll advantage in case it's a natural 20.
Nope.
Okay, hits.
8 damage.
Goes down. Nice. Yeah, he had already hit it up for 19, and then you take it down with the last remaining bit. Okay. It fades into the lake.
And then I'm going to just go run and stand beside Ilya. I can't cast another spell yet, but I'm ready to. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So we have 4 remaining, 2 above Ilya, 2 above Kix. One of each is glowing. one is not.
Cool.
Ilya.
All right, so I've got 2 in front of me. The ones
Yes.
that just attacked me. Okay. I'm going to use my bonus action. I'm going to burn 3 sorcery points.
Okay.
And I'm going to summon my Hound of Ill Omen.
Oh.
And so what happens is this gathering of shadows comes, and for a moment, just a moment, it takes the shape of a familiar barn owl, and then the shadows shift, and it becomes instead this big, kind of shaped like a greyhound.
Oh,
but a
cool.
really ominous looking greyhound with these glowing red eyes and just a real kind of hellish looking hound.
Yeah.
And it is going to target which one in front of me is less hurt or more hurt rather.
The glowing one's the most hurt by far.
Okay, but and which one's less hurt?
The non.
The non-glowing one, obviously. Stupid. All right, so it's going to target that one. It's going to target that one. So basically, it's just on that one.
Okay, the non-glowing one.
The non-glowing one, yeah.
Okay.
So it'll take a turn after me.
Right.
But while it's in proximity to that one, the one that it's targeting also has disadvantage on saving throws.
Oh, wow.
So this wolf will get its turn. I'll have to look up stat block for a dire wolf, but it will get its own turn, but also it will have an effect on my turn.
Right.
Is that making sense?
It does.
Cool. So for my turn, the 2 of them in front of me, they're right next to each other, right?
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast Tidal Wave.
Okay.
So once again, I'm going to kind of swirl my long talony fingers. I'm going to gather the shadows around me until they form basically a big wave of shadow. And I'm going to push that at them like that.
Sweet.
And yeah, they both need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Both at disadvantage?
The
Oh,
one
the
that's being
one's
targeted
glowing.
by Briar will have disadvantage.
Okay, so I'll do the glowing one first, which isn't. Dex?
Yeah,
11.
fails.
And then disadvantage, 4 fails.
Okay, cool. Can I borrow another d6? So they're each going to take 4d6. D8 rather. Sorry.
4d8?
4d8.
Oh, they're probably dead.
No, not 48, but 4d8. You know what I mean? And they're also going to be knocked.
That's clear, very clear.
48, but 48.
48, yeah. That makes sense now.
And they're also, they're also going to be knocked prone.
Oh, wow. Okay.
That's 48 force damage. 9, 14, 17 points of force damage.
They both go down.
Do they?
Yeah.
Hell
This tidal
yeah.
wave takes over them, pushes them into the lake, which is behind them. They both hit it, and their bird-like bodies dissolve. These humanoids trying to reach out of the water and are just sucked into blackness. Gone.
Hell yeah. Unfortunately, embarrassingly, right after I summoned that really cool Hound of Ill Omen because its target died, it just disappeared.
It just disappears. It's like, well...
Kind of just wanted to use it. It's just a cool ability.
Maybe it chases the shadows into the lake and then it disappears with them. It's just like...
It turns back into the owl shape and dive bombs after them.
Dope.
Nice.
I love it. Okay. Amador is... there's still some in the sky, and he's off at a safe distance. He's going to just keep slinging his sling at the remaining one that he has advantage to hit above kicks or rips. I actually think he fails on that. Wow. Come on, Amador. Plus 4 to hit. That hits. So he's going to hit with 1d4 plus 2.
Nice.
6 points. Wow.
Sweet.
He did a pretty decent amount of damage. 8 and 6 is...
14.
14, thank you. Math is hard for me. Rips, you're up.
Rips is going to. He's going to grab it. Is it anything on the ground, or they're all still circling in the air?
The 2, no. Well, the 2 are kind of right in front of you because they just dug their talons into you.
Okay.
There is no more in the field. There's just you. The other birds are all dead.
All right. So I am going to grab my great axe. And I am gonna just start like almost like a hammer throw, and he's just gonna start twisting himself around and around and around,
Nice.
and just see if he can dig himself. Yeah, see if he can dig, get some momentum going, and see if he can bury it into the one that's already been hit, the glowing one.
Okay,
so
nice.
he'll get advantage on
Yeah,
that.
roll with advantage.
So 16 on the dice plus 6 is 22.
Oh, yeah.
He's gonna get a D12. With his great axe.
Nice. This is the one that Amador hit. That'll probably do it.
So this is 8 and 3, so that's going to be 11.
Yeah, he goes down.
All right.
Nice. Disappears into the lake.
Okay, and he gets a bonus. He gets a bonus attack, so he's gonna.
Okay. You have one more.
One more.
One
what?
more bird.
Well, yeah, he's gonna continue to kind of whip around,
Okay.
and he's gonna see if he
You
can.
pinwheel.
Exactly. He's gonna keep going, right? And he's gonna see if he can hit this.
All right.
So that is a natural 1 on the dice.
Oof.
I'm sure that's fine. We just carry on. Next.
Yep. Away we go.
Kicks
What?
throws his axe.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you
Rex
definitely.
is like, "Urgh."
Benedict jumps in the lake.
Yeah, you definitely throw your axe in the lake. It just goes flying. Skloosh. Your axe starts to sink. Benedis.
We have one left that's just hanging out over Kix-ish.
Yeah.
And
And his axe just went flying.
I have no sort of sense of spatiality, how far that is from me right now.
It's all relatively close. You guys all came down to greet this elven man at the same time.
Yeah.
You're not very far from each other.
like less than 30 feet.
Yeah.
Okay, then Benedict will just charge it and try to smuck it with his maul.
Okay, do it.
Is this a glowing one or a not glowing one?
No, this is the last not glowing one.
Son of a bitch. It's a 20.
Natural
not
tw-
natural, not
Oh,
natural, not natural.
Nice. Definitely hits.
And I'm going to do 3d6. 6, 10, 12.
12 points of damage. Sorry, will I do math? Yeah, you run up to this thing, just start taking feathers out of it. It tries to take flight and actually tries to grab you. I need you to make me an opposed strength check, which I know you're good at, but it's going to do it anyway. 20, not natural. 12. It picks you up, pulls you over the center of the lake, and lets you go. You just like down, 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 down. It's too bad your wings don't work. Sploosh.
Grab my axe.
Grab
Grab my axe.
You see an axe floating or sinking next to you.
I thought he said ass.
That's what I said first. Grab my axe. Oh, what my axe do over there? It's sinking.
Yeah. Can you swim in chainmail? Cool. Jerry.
I feel like
Yeah, never mind.
That
I
would
have
be
an I have an
tricky.
extra attack still, but I don't really see a way of me using that at this point.
No.
Unless as I'm falling, I put away my maul, take out my crossbow, load it, take aim and shoot it. That seems
Yeah, it's pretty.
No.
Yeah, that's easy.
being a smartass.
No, let's do it. That sounds
Really?
fun. I will give you an
This is like some
acrobatics
slow
check.
motion, maybe. Oh, I have good acrobatics.
I'm gonna say it needs
Oh,
to
I
be.
don't have a great
That's a pretty epic thing to be picked up, drop. But I don't know, a decent fall, you might be like shit and try to fire it. I say you need a 15 or higher on acrobatics. This is
Oh, 22.
nice. You do it.
So now I roll an attack,
Yep.
and I got a natural 1.
You shoot his axe.
I was holding the crossbow backwards, and I shot it through my own
Roll damage.
arm.
Oh no!
1d8 plus 4.
See where this is coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
Shield.
technically, I have
was
to put a
leaked.
1d6 on that as well, don't I? Because
Oh, 'cause
have
you're
that for my
oversized.
giant
Yeah,
smite
yeah.
thing. So that's a 5 total.
5 total. You're about to shoot this thing, and from the distance, all you hear is,
Oh, no,
grab,
wait.
grab my axe.
That's a 9 total.
9 total.
Ooh.
You're like, what? Let it fly. It's just like,
Listen,
poor
sorry,
Rips takes the
sorry
bolt.
about that balls guy.
Bowls guy.
It's rips.
As you hit the water, Jerry.
Yeah, I mean, Jerry is going to fly to where he just saw Benedis go drop in the lake.
Okay.
And attempt to grab him, and because I'm imagining that he would be flailing in the water, he wouldn't immediately sink, right?
Yes.
I'm trying to grab him and help, even if I can't lift him.
Yeah.
Fly drag him across the lake to the shore.
Sure. Give me a strength check.
Grab my axe.
That is a 12, I think, with my modifier. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you're holding him up above water. You're both struggling, and it's taking your full action, your move, and everything. But the two of you are like slowly making it back to the lake. It's no easy task. If you keep this up, you're going to quickly be exhausted. But for now, you're doing all right.
Okay. I got you, brother.
Thank you.
I love that he's confused about it. Ilya.
Okay, there's one left.
There is one left, looking pretty rough.
It's looking pretty rough. Look, I don't need to pull out the big guns on this bad boy. Okay. I guess I'm gonna cast something on it, and that spell is going to be a good one.
Oh, that
I'm
one.
excited.
And it's called
the good one
I
spell.
was thinking that one too.
Well, it's just gonna be chromatic orb again.
I mean, not just chromatic.
No, not just chromatic.
The chromatic orb.
Is this one fairy fired?
No, it's plain Jane.
Natural 20.
Whoa, come on.
Wow.
Third
what's
one of the
the
night.
third tonight?
Yeah, someone microwaved their dice
So that's so
to weight it. Come on, Tash. Don't you know how to cheat at D&D? Jesus, this bird's done for.
32 points of
Oh, God.
damage, and we're gonna it's fire damage. So I want to just let's say it's fire damage. I want to just melt this bird.
Yeah, this one doesn't even get to hit the lake. I feel like it just engulfs in flames, and it's just like, woof, and it's just gone, like in front of everybody.
Ash
It's just like
floating down.
ash, and then the ash hits the lake, forms into a person, and sinks away.
Ilias is just like heaving with the like shadows are just like flickering all around her, like she is like feeling the power, like this new power.
Yeah. Amador comes running up to you, and he's like, "Whoa, what was that?" And he's almost like bowing to the group of you. He's like, "I've never seen such epic power." He's like, "I had no idea."
Benedis is really heavy if anyone wants to come and help.
It's this new armor. I'm not used to it.
I'll fly out, but I'm gonna fly right past them and instead try and get Kix's axe.
I mean, it's an axe sinking in water. It would be underwater, but you can dive for it if you want. I'm going to need an acrobatics check.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I'll say you need a 15 or higher. It's an axe sinking in water. It's not going to just float.
That is a 14.
14. Don't make it. You can have a moment.
So Kix is gonna try to. Oh man, yeah, okay. He's gonna try to. He'll put his shield down because I was like swimming with a shield.
Yeah.
Maybe he'll go out where the axe went down on his shield, like it's a little canoe.
Now your shield starts stinking.
Yeah, your shield's gone.
Natural 20.
Wow. Of
So
course.
he uses both his little his hand axes
Yeah.
on his shield, right? And gets out there, and he's just like bloop.
Nice.
Swan dives. It's that
Yeah.
old our
Acrobats, that's
acrobatic.
right.
You know, even though we're new bodies, we still have the memories of the circus. You know.
Love it. You emerge amazingly with your axe. I thought that thing was gone for sure.
Puts it up on his shield and then paddles back on his shield.
Elia emerges from the water like.
This elven man emerges from this rowboat. He was just like ducked in there, like hands overhead, like what the fuck is going on right now? Stands up. You killed them.
Yeah, that's right.
No,
Easy.
of course we did.
What can how can I repay you?
You could light those fires. That'd be really nice.
Why don't we help you?
If you could, please. I've been here for too long. This is my only way out.
But it's not really the only way. You can
Is he being truthful?
Huh?
Is he being truthful?
You can roll an insight if you'd like.
if you just put Zabilna back in charge of the lands, apparently you can go back out that way too.
Oh, easy peasy.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's why we're here.
10. Hard to get a read on him. He's just like, he's exhausted. Yeah.
Jerry's gonna fly up to the closest tower
Okay.
and just cast his flaming, flaming sphere thing
Balls of
again
fire.
Cool.
and light
fire.
that cauldron.
Nice. So one is now lit. Even though it's like windy and rainy up here, when it's lit, it's like it doesn't seem to be going out. Like it's not very easy for these things to go out, despite like a little bit of wind and a little bit of rain. However, you are high up on a pinnacle. I need you to make a dexterity check as lightning gathers around you.
Oh,
Oh no. 11. That's probably fine, right?
Oh yeah, he's just throwing 3d6 for fun.
2 points.
22.
22 points of lightning damage as it gathers around you, strikes you in the air. Yeah.
Jerry, we already said stop fucking flying everywhere.
I just wanted to light the fire.
Let the man do his job.
Like you fly down, your hair is just
Yeah.
like...
When I come down, like Jerry is actually near dead.
Yeah.
So Jerry is going to, at the 3rd level, cast Cure Wounds on himself.
I appreciate the gesture, but I don't mind. I've been doing this for some time. It would seem that you going up there is a bit of a risk. I'm happy to continue the journey on myself, but...
That's probably for the better, yeah.
Please, if there's anything I can do for you in the meantime. But until then, he takes his torch, lights it, and just starts trudging up this thing.
I mean, I wouldn't mind a sandwich.
Ilya, by the way, looks actually really rough. I'm pretty close to death as she just lays down on the ground.
Okay, I will burn up another spell slot, and you get 19 points back.
Oh, amazing. Thank you.
Amador sits down around the group of you and seeing that everybody's like kind of taking this break and makes a small fire and just pulls out some rations and stuff. And him and Gleam sit down and they just start like cooking some food over the fire. And they're like, I can't believe that you did that. 8 peritons. I thought for sure we were goners. When you struck them with lightning, I thought we'd all be dead.
Yeah, we're really
Like,
powerful.
Amazing.
You should have seen us with a hag.
Yeah, we almost killed her.
Yeah, we came so close.
before we died. Like, so close.
We're kind of a big deal.
But you did die.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's true,
But
really.
we're kind of not because you're talking to us, so...
Yeah, here we are.
Right. Curious that you came back as fairies and not those.
Do people normally come back as
Because we're
those?
Anytime I've heard of someone dying, there is rumors, and perhaps our elven friend there knows, but when someone is killed here in Yon, they are reborn as a monstrous creature, usually something like that.
Oh, it
we
wasn't
weren't killed in
wasn't
Yon.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
Thither.
Fifth or something.
Fifth.
The rules must be different there.
Yeah, we came back as beautiful fairies.
So we shouldn't die here?
Or it's a lifelong curse and we'll be trapped in here forever or something like that.
Well, if you've already died, I'm sorry to say that the Feywild has reborn you once. It won't happen again.
Oh.
And now that we've been reborn in the Feywild, can we take these bodies home with us?
I've never been to the material plane. I'm not sure I can answer that.
You
see many dandelions.
You should, yeah. People like to kill dandelions a lot. It makes their yard messy, and it also tastes pretty good in a salad.
I will be sure.
Some
not
people make
to-
wine.
Yeah.
Right. I'll take it off the bucket list.
Yeah, don't go there.
As you guys are having this conversation, you've seen this Elven man has now lit a few of these beacons, but there is 8 of them. It's going to take him a while. You guys, if you want, mechanically can sit here for a long rest.
Oh, yeah.
Essentially set up camp, and you just watch this guy in the rain trudge and like manually walk up every single one of these things collectively over the course of 8 hours.
Okay.
You do that. Is there anything that you guys wanted to discuss while you do that, or we can fast forward to that 8 hours?
Or we're taking a long rest.
Yeah, you're essentially sitting. You're just
Got
hanging
it.
out.
Beauty.
Jerry, is there other little weeds around? He's going to sit in,
Yes.
within like 100-foot radius of himself. He's going to force all these little weeds to grow.
Interesting. Very cool. Yeah, you sit there, and Amador is just infatuated with what you're doing. He's just like, "How can you teach me this? I don't understand. This magic." And he's pushing his hand into the ground. He's like, "I am a weed. I am one of these. Why can't I not do this?"
I could just probably make you grow. Do you want me to make you bigger?
No. My size is the way it is supposed to be. Any bigger, and it would be perhaps at a disadvantage.
Hey, also, I wouldn't refer to yourself as a weed. Like, where we come from, a weed is just a plant that you don't want. So, a weed is it's just a viewpoint. It's just a perspective. I don't think you're a weed.
Oh, well, I very
pretty
do
special.
much think myself as a weed. Maybe your interpretation of a weed is misguided. In Yon, they are the only things that survive, the grittiest of the grittiest.
They're the survivors.
They're the survivors, the one that's pushed through and managed to overcome everything else.
Well, then-
if it wasn't for the weeds, nothing else would be here.
I think
sounds like
I think we are
weeds.
weeds too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes.
We grew up from
Team weed.
Team weed.
He takes his little goblet of tea and cheers. He's like, Team Weed.
Oh, yeah.
Team Weed.
That could be our team name, the Weeds.
The Weeds. Amazing.
Aw.
This elven man finally finishes after the 8 hours of you guys hanging out, cooking, probably napping a little bit.
We're just watching this.
Lights the
poor
last.
guy.
I mean, he said that he has to do it. It's fine. I mean,
It's just really funny.
like
This
an
idea,
hour
like every now and then he walks past you guys, like, hey,
Hey, like, it's just really funny to imagine.
grabs a
like,
tea.
it reminds me of like when I was a kid, we'd always go to my aunt's house for dinner, and she would not let anyone help her in the kitchen at all. But she'd be like running around like a maniac, doing so much stuff, and we'd all be sitting there like drinking wine, like watching her, and she's like running around the kitchen, like pulling things out of that. Like that's what it makes me think of. It's just
Totally.
everyone chilling while one person does so much
Does
shit.
everything. I'm guilty of that. Anyways, he lights the last one, and beneath the lights of all the beacons, you see reflected in the mirror-like surface of the lake a forest of ancient trees shrouded in mist. The man looks towards the group of you, without saying a word, bows, then leaps into the lake, swims to the center, and sinks. As you watch, you see that the ripples fan out across from the surface, and after a minute, the forest scene fades away, and the man is gone.
Whoa.
I mean,
Did we just go back now?
did we just go back?
I want to walk up and just stare and look at the lake.
If you look at the lake, you see a reflection of yourself as Ilya and the Witchlight Carnival.
We could just go back.
Do you think it's like mean to abandon everybody here because we haven't helped them so much?
It feels too easy for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind going back though because like the food was better there.
How about we can tie a rope on your leg and you just go and see what happens?
Okay,
Well, I'm not going back as a failure.
you're not a failure. You're my friend.
I need to get my doll back.
You're what?
My doll. Our doll.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true, Jerry. We got our things back. It's easy for us to say we want to go home, but we've come a long way to try and help these people.
They're our family.
They're our family now because we were all born on the same day, and everyone that's born on the same day is somehow family. This makes sense, yes?
That's right. Team Weed.
Weed.
Team Weed. Wow, this is getting so weird.
Weed family.
We all grew together.
I don't want to go back this way. It doesn't feel right for me.
Okay, I'll stay with you, brother.
Yeah, this. It doesn't feel right, does it? It feels.
It's too easy. We shoot a few birds out of the sky, and all of a sudden we can swim back. And everyone else told us before the only way to get back is to return the land to the queen.
And we didn't do all the things that we said we were gonna do. Remember, we haven't. Now we know that Hurley's here, or Burley, one of the brothers. We know that
Gleam's
Lean's sister is still in there. I mean, I didn't really care about these people at first, but now we've been here for so long, and we've already done so much, and we helped all those kids. We died for those kids. It feels like we kind of have gone on like a hero's journey. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're kind of like didn't mean to be heroes, but kind of we are now. So it seems stupid to just be like, well, peace out.
As you guys are having this conversation, you can see from the edges of the lake, it's starting to darken. You get the sense that the moment that you have to take use of this portal is actively shrinking.
Are the flames in the towers like dwindling at the same time, basically?
Yes, yeah.
So, I mean, if we want to come back and use this, if we try another way that doesn't work, I think we can just come back and relight these torches, and
Seems fine,
and this is gonna open again,
right?
maybe.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
Or maybe we're being really stupid, and this is just an open door. Say, go home now. Everything's fine. Shit.
All right, on the count of 3, we're gonna say what we want to do. Okay?
Yeah.
We say either jump in or stay here. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? 3, 2, 1.
I wanna
Stay
get
here.
laid.
Have a nap.
Want to get laid? Oh. What happened there?
Oh.
The group of you look at each other confused. Amador more than the rest of you, as a silence falls over the group, and then you look up, and the beacon just poof, 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 as the lake fades to black. portal now closed.
Well,
Yeah, that doesn't feel right anyways.
yeah.
Yeah,
seems
it could have been.
yeah.
It could have been a trap.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's where we're going to wrap for our episode for tonight. Thanks for checking it out, everybody. Crit and Fumble, we're gone for the night. We'll see you next week.
Adventurers, grab your weapons. But first, kiss your kin. The wild roll. Times
Those easy decisions added.
Now we roll for initiative.